What's going on, everybody? Welcome into another game day stream. Today we got the Tennessee Titans and the Detroit Lions. So that is very interesting. I don't have my injury reports pulled up, so let me just get that real quick. NFL inactives. That should be it. The Lions are missing a couple of big guys today, so a little unfortunate there for the Lions, but again, I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. We got to scroll down to find the Detroit Lions. So, the Lions are missing a couple big name guys today. They're missing Tyrell Crosby, Kenny Galladay, Darryl Roberts, Frank Ragnow, and a couple of depth players. And those three shouldn't be super impactful, but Frank Ragnow and Kenny are huge, huge losses for the Lions. The Tennessee Titans aren't missing that many people, to be honest. The Tennessee Titans are just kind of, chilling with all their healthy people. Kenny Vaccaro, I think, might be a big loss. What is happening? Hold on. I apologize about that. I did not know that was going to happen at all. That was a loud video that was not supposed to be playing. So, whoops on that one. But yeah, the Tennessee Titans are not really missing that many people. They're missing a couple of depth guys, but I mean, they're pretty healthy, all things considered. They're pretty good to go. They're pretty ready. So, I mean, the Lions are definitely taking the forefront of the injuries, but it might be a long game for Lions fans. Alexander, I see you in the building. The Titans can throw and run. No, I know the Titans are pretty good. The Titans are, obviously 9-4 for a reason. They're a very good football team. So I'd expect them to be very tough to beat, to say the very least. Stafford throws the game-winning touchdown as time expires. Got to work, keep posting. I appreciate that, man. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep posting. I'm going to keep trying my best. So, we're doing our best out here. But, yeah, I think Stafford, assuming he can make it through the whole game, assuming he doesn't get absolutely murdered by Tennessee, it should be a very interesting and very close football game, I think. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be exciting and entertaining. But, I think Stafford, especially with this new Lions team, especially with their new energy and their new fight and fire, I think that they're going to keep this game close. And I think Stafford will have an opportunity at the end of the game to go get his football team a win. So, I don't think it'll be a blowout. I don't think it'll be that big of a loss for the Lions. I don't think it'll be that far apart, whoever wins the game. I think it'll be very close, very competitive throughout the entire game. But, got to wait and see. Sometimes the Titans show up big, and sometimes the Titans do not show up big. So, it's all going to come down, I think, to our defense. Can we stop Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill and A.J. Brown? Can we stop that trio? Or is one of those three going to go off and, do whatever? Playing Stafford is stupid. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. I think Stafford, obviously Stafford's a tough quarterback. Obviously he wants to play. But at this point, I don't see the point in playing him. We all know how Stafford is. Stafford doesn't have to prove anything to anybody at this point in his career. I mean, if you like Stafford, at this point, you're not going to change your opinion on Stafford, right? Either you like him or you don't like him. But regardless of what happens today, he's not going to prove anything to anybody. I mean, we all know how tough he is. We all know how good Stafford is. We all know what he can bring to the football team. But I agree. I think this late in the season, it makes more sense to just sit him out and let him heal up completely, and versus, risking something really, really bad happening, like him, actually breaking his ribs entirely, or, something worse happening. So I fully agree. Do you think Stafford will play a few more years? I think Stafford has a couple good years left in him. I think, obviously the last couple of years, the injuries have started to catch up with him a little bit, but Stafford's tough, man. Stafford's a competitor. If as long as it's not something serious, as long as he doesn't break something, as long as he doesn't, truly, do something that could endanger his career, I think that he has a couple of very good years left in him. He's not been injury prone for throughout his career, but he's struggled with injuries before. So, I think Stafford has a couple of good years left in him. If he can play, he's going to play. So I think if that answers your question, yeah, I think Stafford has a few more years. Whether that's in Detroit or not, I have no idea. But I do think Stafford has some good years and some good football left. Why? It's dumb. Yeah, no, I agree, Dr. Detroit. He's tough. I don't even question that. I just don't like it. No, I agree. I think he's tough. I think Stafford's proved everything he needs to prove. But he's going to go out and compete. I think that's just who he is. Stafford is just a competitor. He wants to go out and win. He doesn't care if he's 0-15. He's going to go out. He doesn't care how good the team is. He doesn't care how good he's feeling. If he can play, he's going to go play because that's just the competitor that he is. I don't necessarily agree with it. I don't necessarily like it by Stafford. I think that, at this point, it makes more sense to just sit out and see what we can accomplish without him for 3 weeks. But again, if Stafford can play, Stafford's going to play, and that's just how it is. I don't care. I'd rather see him healthy. To me, I agree with you. I agree with you, Dr. Dre. No Ragnow, no way. I put Stafford out there. Never. No, I agree, dude. Ragnow fractured his throat. I don't even know how you fracture your throat. Like that seems like a very, very brutal injury. And he still played really well with a fractured throat throughout the entire game. I think they said he fractured it in the first quarter and was still calling out line adjustments and still doing all of these great things, and didn't even allow a single pressure on the game. Ragnow is that good. But yeah, he's out today. He had, obviously some throat issues. Hopefully he's back next week. Hopefully, he can get back on the field, but he's not in today. So now Stafford might get hit a couple more times today because of that. I think Joe Dahl's starting at center today, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's Joe Dahl. They said they were going to start at center, but we'll have to see how that one works out. Stafford and Swift should be on the bench. It's what's best for the Lions' future. I agree. I think Stafford and Swift should probably sit out. Swift, not so much. I think Swift is healthy enough. I think Swift is, pretty much recovered fully. I think he's your best running back. He's your best offensive weapon outside Matthew Stafford, the quarterback. But, I think Swift should get some carries. I think Swift should, just try to get back into the routine of the NFL a little bit. I'm not saying give him 20, 30 carries, but, I think we should at least involve Swift a little bit. But I agree. Stafford should be sitting out and Swift should be getting very limited time. But I do think Swift, just as a rookie, to build his confidence and to kind of, not help him adjust to the NFL because he's obviously very good in the NFL already. But, I do think it's important for them to get those snaps early just to kind of get caught up and kind of get back in the flow of things. So, I agree with Stafford 100% though. Dr. Troy says Stafford has some years if we don't kill him this season. Yeah, no, I agree for sure. Alexander says Stafford and Megatron was a great duo. Absolutely. I mean, one of the most dangerous in the NFL. I'd take Manning and Harrison over Stafford and Johnson. I mean, there's definitely an argument to be made there. I think Johnson's definitely a more dominant receiver than Marvin Harrison, but, Eli Manning was also a better quarterback than Matthew Stafford. So, I think both duos were great, but there's definitely an argument for both sides for sure. I'm going to go watch the game with Go Lions. All right, Alexander, I'll see you later, man. See you if you come back or, see you in the recap video tomorrow. But, I'm sure we'll see you around at some point. I wish Calvin, Steph, and Swift timeline would have been lined up. I know that would have been crazy. If DeAndre Swift was here during the Calvin Johnson, Matthew Stafford heyday when they were just dominating people, I mean, that would have been crazy. Imagine Matthew Stafford, DeAndre Swift, and Kerryon Johnson in that playoff game, right? I mean, they would dominate. They would have won that game by a lot. Manning is way better QB, though. Not fair. No, for sure. I mean, yeah, Manning's a great quarterback. Manning's one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the football or to ever play the game of football. So, yeah, for sure. That's what we needed at the time. I know. I mean, it's easier. I mean, it's easy to say, yeah, we need a Peyton Manning, but yeah, I get what you're saying. With Ragnow and a Hawk, dude. If Calvin Johnson was on this team would be so good. Calvin Johnson in his prime right now on this team would be sick. Did I say Eli Manning? I meant Peyton Manning. Whatever. Either way, Manning was great. Both Mannings were good. So if I said Eli, I apologize. But let's go Lions 42-38 dub. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I'm hoping the Lions can get this victory today. Calvin over Marvin. I agree for sure. But, yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely an argument to be made for both sides. But, no, but go Lions, lol. I'm always gonna root for my team to win. We're not officially out of the playoffs yet, so I'm gonna just take it one game at a time. Hopefully we win. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Hopefully Stafford stays healthy. Hopefully everybody gets healthy. But hey, I'm just taking it one game at a time. I'm gonna root for my team week in and week out, whether we're winning, whether we're losing, whether we're in the playoff hunts or not. I'm gonna root for my team to win. I like seeing the Lions win. It makes my day much better than when they lose. So it is what it is. I understand people. Some people want the Lions to tank, but I'm always going to root for my guys to win. I'm always going to root for my guys to go out there and do what they can do. But, that's just me. That's just who I am. That's the fan that I am. I'm not going to actively root for my team to lose. Where is this the right channel? Because it doesn't quite look like it. Can we get a... What is happening? Okay, well... And of course, it's not going to work. Give me like 2 seconds. We're having some technical difficulties. So if we were to just... I don't know why this TV takes 2 remotes to operate, but it does sometimes, so... Let's see. All right, now we're on the right thing because we are. All right. Line should be kicking off any minute. What's going on? I missed something. Okay, I guess. Gotcha. But still, it's Kelvin. I feel like he was so good, but we just didn't. He never got an opportunity to get the ring. I mean, I know that's the case for a lot of players. I know there's a lot of real good players that didn't win rings, but I mean, it's just tough. It is sometimes. You got to think Kelvin deserves a ring more than pretty much anybody in the NFL history, and he never got his chance. So that sucks for him, but he's still one of the greatest of all time. Peyton over Stafford, Calvin over Marvin, but Peyton's gap over Matthew is greater. No, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. I completely agree. I think that's a fair assessment for sure. I think that's a fair assessment. Could you imagine Peyton Manning with Calvin Johnson? Like, that would be wild. That would be so crazy. Or, like, even somebody today, like, imagine Patrick Mahomes with Calvin Johnson. Like, that just wouldn't be fair. Imagine Calvin Johnson on KC. That would be unbelievable. But, yeah, Funk, I agree with you for sure. I think that assessment is pretty spot on. So, let's see. I seriously, I don't like Matt Prater kicking off. I'd so much rather Jack Fox, but here we go. Kickoff is on. Kickoff is on. This should be shifting over in just a moment. So, doesn't mean Stafford sucks. When you say this to people, they think you hate on Matt. Well, I mean, no, I mean, Stafford obviously doesn't suck, but I don't think that. I think very few people would argue with you if you said Peyton Manning's better than Matthew Stafford. I mean, Stafford's a great quarterback in his own right, but Peyton Manning's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play. So, nah, for sure. And I get what you're coming from, though. I get it, for sure. Why is the thumbnail thing not working? I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is at this point. The thumbnail's not working. We're having a lot of technical difficulties today, but it is what it is. Let's see. Ryan Tannehill drop back. Derrick Henry catches the football, and 2 touches in a row. Derrick Henry is already looking like he's going to be a problem. But we all knew that coming in, right? We all knew Derrick Henry was going to be the focal point. We all knew he was going to be an issue. And Derrick Henry's off the field, people. Derrick Henry's off the field. We got stuff going on. I don't like that we're pulling John Pennicini off the field on 3rd and 2. That's not something I like to see, but we're seeing it. We're seeing it. So let's see how we get this going. Who's that? Deion Lewis. Get it. Oh, my. That was a good throw by Tannehill, though. That was right over the fingertips of Jelani Tavai. Right over the fingertips. This is a real good throw. I think Amani versus A.J. Brown is going to be big today. That wasn't even bad coverage. That was just a good route, good throw. Yeah. People were hating on me all week because they thought I was talking about how Ryan Tannehill was bad. Ryan Tannehill is not a bad quarterback. I just think that Derrick Henry is the biggest weapon and the biggest problem on the offense. Derrick Henry goes off for 240. That would not be good. Oh, that's a good stop by Austin Bryant. That's a real good stop by Austin Bryant. I think Derrick Henry, 3 plays, he's on negative yardage right now as far as rushing. It's not a bad start. Obviously, 2 plays, but lol, I actually said he possibly hit 300. I don't think he's gonna hit 300, but yeah, I think he's gonna have a big game, and I think he's gonna be super impactful today. You also see Trey Sermon for Ohio State yesterday go off for like 320 something yards. That's wild. Oh, what a catch! What a catch! Yeah, Dr. Troy. I mean, Ryan Tannehill's a good quarterback. I wouldn't say he's a great quarterback, but, Derrick Henry is good in his own right, and then he opens up so much for the pass game. Don't sleep on Tannehill. I'm not sleeping on Tannehill. I don't think he's the biggest problem today. He should have a good game. Yeah. That's a good throw, though, by Tannehill right there to Jonnu Smith. You don't need to be great. No, I know, for sure. No. I'm not saying you got to be great to be, a winning quarterback. Ryan Tannehill's very much proof of that. Get him. Good tackle by John Pennicini. I think Derrick Henry just wears people out, man. Derrick Henry he's so big and hard to tackle that it's just impossible. Ooh, that's not good for the Lions. There's a lot of points scored and a lot of yards. But I don't know, man. Hopefully we can get some stuff going. Hopefully we can get a couple stops in. Hopefully we can get a couple things going. Let's see, 2nd and 6, Derrick Henry in the backfield. I wonder where it's going. Oh, it's a play action. A little too soft by Mike Ford. A little too soft of coverage right there. Gotta be up on him. Can't let that happen. I can't believe Stafford's played today. That's so crazy to me. I mean, that's just wild. I don't know how much he's gonna play. I don't know if maybe he gets pulled, but I wouldn't be surprised. Why is Will Harris on the field? Like, I don't like hating on my Lions players, and if you're a Lion, I'm gonna root for you no matter what. But I also have eyes, and I can't believe that Will Harris is getting playing time over Tracy Walker. Not bad. Titans have a playoff team. They are set up to go deep in the playoffs. Hate to be the team that faces them. Yeah, for real. I mean, the Titans are that team, though, that's like, they're never going to be the number 1 seed because they're not that good. But they're also a team that you don't ever want to play in the playoffs because they are that good. You know what I mean? Like, you're never going to expect them to win the 1 seed just because they're not the most talented team. But you're also a team that doesn't want to play the Titans because they can beat anybody on any given Sunday, like, without anybody being surprised. So yeah, I agree, man. I would not want to play the Titans in the playoffs. And these are tight window throws that Tannehill is making too. It's not even like the Lions are playing bad coverage. They're just Tannehill's making some good plays. Man, Tannehill's having a good, sharp game right now. Wish we could say the same. The Lions defense doesn't look horrible, though. I mean, they've not allowed a huge explosive play yet. I say that in Derrick Henry gets a good run, but exactly. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think Tennessee's ceiling is like the 3rd seed in the AFC. But in saying that, I also think that they can very easily beat the 1 seed. Like, they could go into Kansas City and beat Kansas City, and I don't think anybody would be surprised by that. But I don't think they're good enough to necessarily be the top seed and get a bye, which they don't need a bye because they have Derrick Henry in January. Man, they're getting some solid hits on Henry. It's just he's too big to stop. He's just a little too big to stop. 6 for 21. That's not a bad start for the Lions offense, or for the Lions defense even, but I have a feeling they're going to get scored on. Come on, shoot the gap. Get there. I guess not. Oh, well. Well, that's 7 points for the Tennessee Titans. 7 rushing attempts by Derrick Henry on the first drive. But we knew it was going to be this kind of game. We knew Derrick Henry was going to be a problem. But I mean, 7 carries for 24 yards and a touchdown is not a horrible start for the Lions. Could be much worse, to be honest. You just got to get out to the edge and get. I mean, obviously, much easier said than done, but man, we just got to set the edge and get there. I'm not gonna lie, that was impressive. I'm not. Get out, dang it. I mean, this is how you beat a. This is how you beat and wear a defense down. Pound, 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 throw. No, for sure, yeah. I wish that's what the Lions were doing. I wish the Lions had a guy like Derrick Henry, where I mean, DeAndre Swift is great, but he's not gonna bruise you for 4 straight quarters. You know what I mean? Like we have some good running backs, but we don't have a Derrick Henry that's gonna pound you and bruise your defense for 4 quarters. But let's see how our offense responds. We usually start off hot. Yeah, for sure. I think I'm very curious to see how they play today, especially with the Stafford injury. Obviously, usually we start off hot, but how pass happy are we going to be? How much do we rely on DeAndre Swift? I think there's a lot of question marks in this game, especially with the Stafford injury. You know what I mean? We did kind of. Yeah, I guess. Kind of. Kind of. By the end of the game, our backfield is not going to want to stop Henry. He is the type of player that wears down a defense, and those little guys in back aren't going to want to. I don't think the guys right now want to tackle him at all. Like, I'm pretty sure in pregame they were looking at Derrick Henry, and they were like, wow, that guy's huge. Like, I'm not trying to tackle him today. I just think Derrick Henry's not a guy you ever want to tackle, to be totally honest. But, yeah, I mean, he wears down defenses till the very end. Tony, right? That's the game plan for sure. It's the one. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the game plan that Tennessee always runs. It's not that the Tennessee Titans are unpredictable. It's that the Tennessee Titans are so good that you know what they're doing and you can't stop it anyway. Like, that's the problem that everybody has, is they can't stop it. It's not that they don't know what's coming. They know Derrick Henry's going to get some 20-some carries, but the question is, can you slow down Derrick Henry enough? And the Lions aren't doing that right now. The Lions are not slowing Henry down enough to really make noise. Okudah would actually help us in this game. I think so. I think Okudah is a very willing tackler. I think Okudah is a good tackler. So I think Okudah would actually help in this game a ton, especially on the boundary. I think he has some faults for sure, but he's very aggressive, and he's not afraid to get his head, and he's not afraid to put his nose down. He's not afraid to put his head down and go to work. So I think Okudah would definitely help in this game. I'm not saying we drafted him for one game. I'm just saying I think his skill set I think would fit this game and help the Lions boundary out a lot. Dr. Detroit would disagree. But I think Jeff Okudah is probably our most willing tackler in the secondary. So I think that says a lot. But let's see. Kickoff. Can Jamal Agnew get a nice punch return, or are we just going to let it go? Y'all see that Jamal Agnew had to pay a fine for getting tackled by the punter last week? And I'm not kidding about that. Jamal Agnew got tackled by the kicker or by the punter, and his special teams coordinator made him pay a fine. Like, that's the funniest thing I've ever read. I didn't even know that was a thing the Lions did, but apparently it is, because it made news lines the other day. All right, let's see Stafford on the field. He definitely has not lived up to a 3rd overall pick, for sure. For sure. All right, Swift makes some moves, buddy. Or not. That's okay. That is okay. 2nd and 10. I like DeAndre Swift getting involved early, though. I mean, first play, go to Swift. That's all right. Joe Dahl is Big V's at right tackle. Big V's out there. I didn't even know Big V was playing today. I thought he was placed on IR, to be totally honest. Bro, how do you fracture your throat cartilage? That just sounds nasty. Let's see. All right, so the offensive line should be real big to watch today, especially with 2 different starters. Go, Stafford. Get rid of it. That's a first, though. Good stuff. IR 3 weeks. Yeah, I just didn't see that he got pulled off IR, I guess. I didn't see that he was back in the active roster. Well, that's good to see. I mean, that's real good because Tyrell Crosby was out today. So, obviously having a good replacement with Big V, let him go earn his money. Good. Give Stafford all the time in the world because he needs it. He can't afford Stafford to get hit today. Oh, that looked kind of awkward, but DeAndre Swift doesn't care. He's going to go take it. DeAndre Swift hurdles like everybody, and I don't I don't know why, but that's kind of his thing. Is he likes to hurdle people and jump. I like seeing him get involved early, though. Like I said, the offensive line's looking good today so far. Stafford may walk away from this game. Oh, let's hope. Let's cross our fingers and hope that Stafford can walk out of the building. Ooh, Adoree Jackson, big man. Just hand it again. Just don't do anything silly. Just hand it right to him. Stafford ran right into that pressure. Go Jamal. That was a nice catch and run by Jamal Agnew. I don't like that Stafford stepped right into the pressure when he threw it, but still a good pickup for the Lions. Lions are officially eliminated with a loss. Who's in here saying tighten up, bro? Justin? We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see, Justin. Nah, I'm just playing. Welcome to the stream. I doubt I've seen you before because I don't think we've played the Titans. But welcome to the stream. Oh, it was a nice hit on DeAndre. Hey, let's hope, man. Let's hope the Lions can pull something out. Man, I can't believe we got shut out by Carolina. That just doesn't seem right. That's huge. Man, I'm so happy that Matt Patricia's gone because this team is just better without him. Yeah, for real. We're so close. Like, I feel like this team is not that far away. This team is not far at all. Let's see. Still good protection. I don't know who that was on. It kind of looked like a bit of trouble from both Matthew Stafford and Marvin Jones, but still good pressure or good protection. Matthew Stafford's getting protected really well today so far. That's something I love about, well, not about this team, but that's something I really like about today, at least, is that Stafford's getting protected. And if Stafford gets protection and gets time, he's gonna carve some people up. So let's see, 3rd and 7. What can the Lions dial up here? Come on, Daryl. What you got? What you got today? Oh, what a catch. What a catch by Hawk. Good stuff. Hockenson better make the Pro Bowl this year. I think the Lions have I think they have at least 2 Pro Bowlers. I think TJ and I think Frank Ragnow should definitely be Pro Bowlers. And then I think you can make an argument for a couple other guys like Jack Fox, but I think the Lions have at least 2 bona fide Pro Bowlers or 2 guys that should be bona fide Pro Bowlers this year. What do you guys think about that? Y'all think Hockenson and Ragnow should be Pro Bowlers? You think they're deserving of it, or who else, I guess, would be your pick? Because I think those 2 have had really good seasons. I think, obviously, Ragnow, we all know how good Ragnow is, and then Hockenson is just doing something different this year. Hawkinson's just having a real good season. So, oh, what a run by Jonathan Taylor. What a run, but nah, for real though. Like, what would y'all think if we? How many Pro Bowlers do you think this team has? Because I think they have 2. I think, as I said, I think Ragnow, I think Hockenson are the 2 Pro Bowlers from the Lions team, but I think Fox could definitely be a very realistic 3rd for sure. Yeah, no, I agree. I think the Lions. Yeah, Funk, I agree with you. Fox should definitely be in there. I mean, it's so weird because Jack Fox is so good at this point that we aren't even surprised at the numbers. Like, in his first month, we were like, dang, this guy is really good. And at this point, everybody's like, well, it's Jack Fox. Like, what else do you expect? So I feel like his hype has died down because he's been so consistently good. But, yeah, I think 3 Pro Bowlers sounds about right for Detroit. But, we're also Detroit, so we're not going to get any recognition, I feel. Bounce it. Not bad. Not bad. I like it. Lions offense is looking clean and nice too. So let's see what happens. Almost at the end of the third or at the first quarter. That seems not right. This one drive for each team. Better be efficient if you only get one drive. Play action to Hawk. I mean, Hawkinson's a big old red zone target, so I love seeing the pre-snap motion from Agnew. Oh, Adrian. He tripped. He knows it. He knows he should have got in. That's all right. Give it to him again. He'll get it. Hawkinson is such a good blocker. That's such an underrated part of his game, I feel, is he's such a good blocker at the goal line. I mean, he's a good blocker in general, but you put him on the goal line, tell him push a guy a yard into the end zone. He tripped by himself. I know. He was upset too. You can see it on his face. Let's see if he gets in here. Let's hope. And it, AP, power. Just run. Push him. Dang it. Dang. We got to get in, man. But as I was saying, Hawkinson's such a good blocker, and I think that part of his game is underrated, but it's super effective. Have you heard anything on Kenny? I've heard Kenny Galladay wants to come back. I've heard that he's been practicing and playing, not playing obviously in games, but I've heard he's been practicing pretty hard, and like he's been really trying to push to get back into the games. But I hear the coaching staff is being very hesitant about allowing him back in, mostly because the season is pretty much over. Oh, what a throw. My goodness, that was a dime. Woo! But as far as Kenny Galladay, I've heard that he's trying to get back on the field. I heard he's trying to play more. I also heard he recently retweaked his injury, which has kind of been holding him back. But I've heard he wants to get back in, but the coaching staff is being super hesitant about allowing him to come back. And, part of that is the injury. Part of that is, the season's over. Part of that is, there's a lot of different parts to it, but I've heard he's trying to come back, but the coaching staff is being very hesitant about allowing him back. So I would not be surprised if we don't see Kenny the rest of the season. And, but I've also heard he wants to be in Detroit. He's also said a couple times he wants to, stay in the Motor City. He wants to stay in the place that drafted him. So, we'll have to wait and see what happens with Kenny, but I heard he wants to come back. I heard he wants to play the rest of the games, but at this point, I think it's more up to the coaching staff than it is to Kenny himself. But I will say Stafford's looking good today. The offensive line is looking clean. The offensive line is keeping Stafford upright and nice. The running game is not looking bad at all. The offensive line's playing well. Stafford's looking good. The wide receivers are looking all right. The defense doesn't look fantastic, but if the Lions can match the offensive production, I think we'll be all right. So, I mean, I don't know how much better you could start on the offensive side, but that's so weird. The line. I'm definitely gonna have to make a video on this about Darrell Bevell. That might be the next installation of finding the right head coach, or it's gonna be one of the. It's gonna be one of the next couple. It's gonna be. I have a couple of guys in mind. I got the defensive coordinator from the Colts. I know a lot of people like the coach from Iowa State. I got to look into him. Darrell Bevell's up there for sure, but I mean, Darrell Bevell, especially if he wins this game or keeps this game super close, you got to start to question it at least. So if you got any more suggestions, please leave that in the comments right now so I can write it down. But right now, I think those are the three guys that are up next is like Matt Eberflus or something, DC for the Colts. You got Matt Campbell or what's his name? Something Campbell from Iowa State. And then obviously Darrell Bevell. So yeah, I don't know. Kenny said he is loyal and he was drafted here, but the guys who drafted him are gone. So who knows? Yeah, I mean, I get that. And Kenny wants to play. I mean, Kenny wants to play for Detroit. I think he said that a couple times. And to be fair, the guys that drafted him weren't going to pay him. So, I mean, I think he wants to play. I think he likes playing with his teammates. He likes the team. Obviously, you can't complain too much when you're playing with Stafford. You can't. I mean, Marvin Jones is a good second option to take some heat off Kenny. Like, Kenny Galladay is in a pretty good situation here in Detroit. So, I think if I was a wide receiver, there are a lot of worse places you can be in the NFL than Detroit. I mean, you got a good quarterback that can make any throw. You got a good second wide receiver to take pressure off. They're starting to get a decent running game to take even more pressure off. Like, to me, if I'm Kenny Galladay, I'm looking at my options and I'm saying Detroit's probably one of the better places, especially if they're going to pay me the money I want. Like, you could get a lot worse than the Detroit Lions if you're a wide receiver. So, but yeah, I get what you're saying. The guys that drafted him are gone, so who knows? But I do think Kenny still wants to play here. I think it's more so his teammates I think he wants to play with the teammates that he was, surrounded by. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Funk, for sure. His guys are gone. The guys that drafted him are no longer available, so or no longer there. So it'll be very interesting to see how the general manager handles it, and it'll be super interesting to see how it'll be very interesting to see how this new regime handles the Kenny Galladay situation. I need some water because I'm thirsty. But for sure, I think that's kind of it's definitely a talking point. Let's see. Somebody get home. Oh no, Duron Harmon. Oh my God, Duron Harmon, man. Duron Harmon. I know Luke G's laughing at that one. I'm just saying the words. Jesus. Yeah, not for sure. I get you, Funk. God, Harmon, Duron. I really want the Lions to go out and sign 84 for the Titans. I'm blanking on his name. Corey Davis. He's a good wide receiver deep down the field. I really hope the Titans let him walk just so the Lions can go out and hire him. But my goodness, how do you let that happen? That's not what you want to see as a Lions fan. I know Luke's laughing at that one. Duron Harmon just doesn't like contact, man. He can't tackle. He's a decent ball hawking safety, but he's not fast enough to be a true middle fielder. He's not aggressive enough on tackles. I mean, you just saw with Corey Davis, dude got spun around 3 times on the same play. Like you're saying, Funk. Like, I don't know. I feel like Duron Harmon at best should be our third safety. Tracy Walker, I think, makes that play or at least makes the tackle. I think J-Ron even makes that play or makes the tackle. Duron Harmon doesn't. He very rarely makes that play. So, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't. It's just Duron Harmon is not the best safety out there. But he's the safety we got. So, not a whole lot we can do about it at this point. Can't trade for anybody. All you can do is, put in different people. But at this point, what does it matter, right? It's just frustrating, man. It is frustrating. Man, Duron. Lions even had some momentum before that play, too. What, Ryan? Oh, yeah, and there it is. Right in the DSA group chat on cue. Harmon is trash. Didn't say it. Those words did not come out of my mouth. I was just quoting somebody in the DSA who will remain unnamed. But, oh my goodness. Popeye sounds kind of good. But, oh my God. Duron Harmon frustrates me so often. It's not even funny and it's not fair. But you know what? There's not a whole lot we can do about it. Not a whole lot we can do about it. Except for hopefully draft a safety in the draft. And I got a couple of guys in mind that we'll definitely talk about at some point when the draft talk starts up and when the offseason arrives. But man, oh man, somebody needs to replace Duron. Somebody needs to get rid of Harmon. Ugh. You can't win a football game if you can't stop the offense. Can't stop the opponent's off. Oh, and there it is. Career-long interception for Corey Davis. That's why I want him on the Lions, is because he's just a good wide receiver. He'd be a great number 2 for Kenny. But alas, it's not happening, it seems. Let's see Stafford back on the field. Let's see what we can get going. Ooh, Agnew on the return up to the 31. Not a bad return at all. I feel like this might be a high-scoring game. I don't know if either defense is capable of stopping either offense. At this point, it looks like it's not going to be the case. But very good return by Jamal. Stafford's fine, bro. He's crisp. That's a great word to describe Matthew Stafford. He's crisp. He's crispy. Look at Marvin out there just doing Marvin things. I don't know what I say sometimes, guys. Sometimes I just get bored and start saying some random things, but let's see. Good throw by Matt. I feel like Marvin Jones is so aggressive after the catch. Like he has a running back's mentality with a wide receiver skill set. Like he's looking to run dudes over. Zach Pascal. The Colts have some like very they don't have any household names, but they just have good players, which I can respect. Let's see it. Uncork it, Stafford. Are you gonna tell me that's not PI, bro? I feel like he was there kind of early, but Hockenson probably should have caught that. I think that's kind of, maybe that would have been a soft PI call, but I think he was definitely there a little early. We'll see, though. All right, Stafford, 3rd and 3. What you got, my man? What you got? Amendola is in motion. 3 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. Let's see what's going on. And who else? Mohamed Sanu making the big catch. Mohamed Sanu has been a huge surprise. I wasn't expecting a lot from Mohamed. To be totally honest, I was not expecting him to do a whole lot, but he's been showing up big the last couple of weeks. I mean, his stats haven't been the greatest, but he's been a very quiet contributor, but he's been a very good contributor to this team. I wouldn't be surprised if we bring him back. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we were to bring him back to. Oh, Hunter Bryant. Hunter Bryant was on the field in motion. He was out wide as a wide receiver. That's interesting. I have not seen Hunter Bryant. I don't think Hunter Bryant has a catch yet in the season. I don't think he even has touched the ball. But I know I've seen him on the sidelines a couple of times, and I saw him on the field for the first time today. So we'll see what he can get done. We'll see what he can do. That's such a cool reason. But yeah, I mean, 1 quarter down, 3 to go. Sanu had 8 catches on 8 targets coming into today. Yeah, I mean, Mohamed Sanu is a good player. Like, 8 catches doesn't sound like a lot, but 100% efficiency when targeted, like, you can't argue with that. You can't debate that. Mohamed Sanu, quiet contributor, but good contributor. I mean, he's been very surprising. I think Mohamed Sanu could be a decent number 2 option if we let Marvin go. I don't know how old Sanu is, but he's up there. I know he's definitely up there. So I don't know if it would be even beneficial to bring him instead of Marvin in, but we'll have to see how they handle that situation with Mohamed Sanu and with Marvin Jones and all those guys. But the Lions are in kind of an awkward situation with their wide receivers right now because Marvin Jones is 30, Mohamed Sanu is a little older. Kenny Galladay is going to be asking for a lot of money. Amendola is older. Jamal Agnew hasn't done a whole lot for the Lions this year. They're all up for contracts. So, it'll be very interesting to see how they handle this wide receiver group, and it'll be very interesting to see how this wide receiver group changes over the next couple of months. But you know, I think this is a good wide receiver class too. So I think the Lions could go out and get a couple of good wide receivers, even in the mid rounds. Chris Olave is a good wide receiver. Amon-Ra St. Brown from USC is a great wide receiver. There's a lot of good, solid wide receivers out there that can make a lot of plays for you. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Lions go wide receiver relatively early in the draft. But obviously, you got a ton in the first round. You got Rondell Moore, who could go in the first. You got Devonta Smith. You got Jamar Chase and Jalen Waddle and all these different guys. But it'll be very interesting to see how they handle the wide receiver situation, because there's a lot of change that's going to be happening. Guys, take a screenshot of the screen right now. The Lions have more rushing yards than the Tennessee Titans after a quarter of football. That's amazing. That is just not what you would expect. All right, DeAndre, you got blockers too? My goodness, you give DeAndre the blockers? And he's going to take a mile from you. Good play, good screen pass, good execution. Fifth highest average yards per catch as a rookie. I believe he leads all rookie running backs in receptions and receiving yards while missing a couple of games. Yeah, there's a few wide receivers. Really? You want us to take a tight end in the first round? I don't agree with that necessarily. Obviously Hawkinson and Pitts would be a crazy combination. But I think, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong if you want Kyle Pitts. I think he's a great receiving threat. I think him and Hawkinson would be the most dangerous tight end duo in the NFL. Like, they would be on something different, and the Lions would have to run a lot of dual tight end sets, but they can definitely make that work for sure. But I think they're definitely going to need a couple big wide receivers in this draft. And I like Amon-Ra St. Brown personally. I think he's a real good wide receiver that wouldn't even have to go that high in the draft. But yeah, Kyle Pitts, great tight end. 35th pick out of Georgia, doing some crazy things. Just solid mix of Hawk and Fant, and would make the 12. Oh, dude. Hawkinson and Kyle Pitts in the same package on the same play would be unstoppable. Like, you could not cover because you'd have to put your best safety on one or your best linebacker on one, and then you leave the other guy open. Like, it wouldn't be fair. It would not be fair. Come on, Stafford, rip something. No PI for that either, huh? Okay. Little interesting. A little interesting that the Lions aren't getting any calls. Not surprising, but interesting. Stafford definitely could have hit that to Marvin Jones, but it would have been a long, tough throw to the sideline. But Stafford's like, y'all gonna call that or just not? That's okay. It's kind of interesting that Stafford is still surprised that he doesn't get any calls. Oh, get rid of it. Stafford, go, buddy. Oh, he saw something he did not like. I guess short. He looked like he was going to take a shot. Oh, you gotta rip that. Oh, he was looking for Marvin, and they covered it well. Yeah. You can run a hurry up at any moment, creating defense. I know, Funk. That would be wild. I don't want us to take Kyle Pitts, but I think if we get an offensive-minded guy in here that could use two tight ends, I think that could be super fun to watch. That would be just Unbelievable. That's the first hit Stafford's taken today. It's not good, but I mean, dude, I don't want to take Kyle Pitts, but I think it would be super fun to see how either Darrell Bevel or another OC or an offensive minded head coach would use both of them at the same time. But with saying that, as I've said, and as a lot of other people are saying, take talent over fit. And if Kyle Pitts is the best player on the board, you take Kyle Pitts, right? And you find a way to integrate him. But in saying that, I don't think Kyle Pitts is the 11th best player in the draft. But if he's there and if he's the best talent available, you take the guy. You take the guy, and you take two tight ends in the top 10, and two of the last three drafts, which Lions will get crucified for. But talent, take the talent over the fit. That's all you got to do. That's how you build a football team. Is you take the talent over the fit, you know, unless there's very rare occasions where you might not, but in 99% of scenarios, you take the talent over the scheme fit. And I think Kyle Pitts in the top 12, top 15 would be a great example of that. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see where this team goes moving forward, just because, I mean, they have talent, but they also have a lot of guys that they got to pay. So, I don't know. Crucified. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Crucified by fans, feared by opponents. Yeah, I mean, if it gets us wins, I'm not going to complain about it. I might complain if they make the pick originally, but I mean, if they make the pick and they use it right, I'm never going to complain about it. If they can get good use out of a draft pick, then I'm never going to complain. No matter if it's if they take a quarterback and he turns out to be great, I might not like it when they pick him, but if they're using him well, I'm never going to complain. If they take a tight end in the top 10, I might not like it, but if they use him well, I'm not going to complain. So, yeah, the fans would kill whoever came in. If we had a new head coach and a new general manager and they take a tight end in the top 12, top 10, the Lions would just get torn apart by the fan base. Who is 43 on the boundary? Who is that? Uh-oh. Oh, there's a flag, though. Who's 43 for the Lions? That's not Jalen Elliott, is it? Because Bobby Price is 47. I was on the Lions, so it doesn't matter. Um, who, bro? Who lined up in the neutral zone? Who was an idiot? Was it Davis? Is that what you're saying, Davis? What was that? Or was it Austin or whoever? I don't know. Bro, Derrick Henry's wild. Derrick Henry's just different. What was I even saying? I was talking about something and I totally forgot. Oh, who's 43? Actually, I've field a couple times now. Okay, well, you can kind of see the defense is getting tired already, which is not good to see. Oh my goodness. All right, now I'm gonna look it up because I'm super curious. Detroit Lions number 43. It might be Jalen Elliott. It could be. It could be somebody else. Not sure, but Davis didn't even try to tackle Henry. Yeah. Oh, there's a flag on 43. Myers. Who's Myers? Alexander Myers. It's. I'll call up from the practice squad. All right. All right. All right. Now we know. The more you know. The more you know. Bro. Damn. How do we look like I just made a coffee and it's 14-7? I mean, it's not great, Dr. Detroit. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, the offense is looking pretty good for the most part, but the defense looks like they just don't want to tackle Derrick Henry. Defense just doesn't look like they're going to try today. They look like they're, if Derrick Henry gets the football, they're going to get out of his way and they're going to go block for him. But the offense is looking good. Stafford's looking good. The O-line's looking good. Pretty much everything on the offense is looking all right. All right. Well, yeah, Derrick Henry is good. That's all I got. That's all I got. 10 for 58 after starting 7 for 27 is not great by the Lions. Oh, I like J.K. Dobbins a ton. Not more than Swift, obviously, but I really liked J.K. Dobbins coming out. Let's see. Play action. Oh! All right, Harmon, I see you. That was a good hit, at least. I think that play was made more by J-Ron Kurt, but that was a solid hit. I mean, you heard the pads crunch on that one. Oh, that was a good hit by Harmon, though. uh, that was the first incompletion of the game, though, by Ryan Tannehill. But that was a good play by the defense, to be fair. That's because he's playing the. All right, Henry's coming off the field. This is where we get a stop, boys. This in the one play of drive that Derrick Henry coming off the field. This is where we stop him. All right, 3rd and 3. Dial up something crazy. Dial up some exotic blitz or something. Get Tannehill uncomfortable. Get him off his spot. Make him make an awkward throw. Send Tavai. Send J-Ron. Yep, good. Blitz it. Oh my god, what a catch. It wasn't even bad coverage by Amani. It was just a good catch. Bro, Amani's hand was right in there, too. It's frustrating, man. The Lions need to go out and sign Corey Davis if he gets to free agency. Come on, Myers, get him. Or not. Oh no! I said Myers get him, and Derrick Henry must have heard me. He said, "What did you say?" And just basically shoved the man 6 feet under. Bro, Derrick Henry put his hand on Myers' helmet and threw him. Bro, Myers can retire right now. Oh, Frank Herron's injured. It's you can't even do anything but laugh at that point. I mean, Myers got his career's over. His career ended right there. All right, so we're 5 minutes into the second quarter, and Derrick Henry has 70 rushing yards and a touchdown. I think it's going to be another good day by Derrick Henry. Somebody can correct me if they disagree, but I have a feeling Derrick Henry is. I have a feeling Derrick Henry is going to have a decent game today against the Lions. But I think we again kind of like last week. We all expected it, but we were hoping that it wasn't going to be the case. Oh. All right, get comfortable, people. Let's watch the Derrick Henry show and just sit back and enjoy, I guess. Sit back and enjoy. But, man, it's going to be a while. Poor practice squad guy got wrecked. That's What do you expect though? You put a practice squad cornerback on Derrick Henry. You say go tackle that guy in space, and he goes, "All right, I'll give it a shot. It can't be that hard." It was that. I mean, it was not good. It did not go very well. Poor Myers. Poor Myers. He just got on the field too. Look at my Lions, and they're making some kind of commercial with the Lions in it. Saturday, Lions, Bucks, Dolphins, Raiders. We'll be here. I'll be here at least. Right here, same spot. Saturday afternoon. I'll be here watching our Lions take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'll be here. I hope y'all will be here with me. I hope y'all will be here with me. Positive momentum for me. We got this second half adjustment going to be the difference. Okay, it's over. Back to reality. Let's hope. Let's hope. That's an otherworldly stiff arm, he says. Montana's gonna run. Get there. No. What? There's no way. I don't think he got in. But if he did get in, that's Deron Harmon's fault again. Did he? Oh, yeah, it might have actually. Yeah. That yeah, that's 6. I think that's 6 for the Titans, unfortunately enough. Well, that's no fun. I don't like Harmon out there, and I wish Corey Unlund would make an adjustment. 21-7. That's fine. That's where Stafford's comfortable. Oh my god. That's okay. It happens to everybody. Derrick Henry has done that to a lot of better corners than practice squad. So I'm not too concerned about him making moves, but Henry's stiff arms are just filthy. They're just mean. They're just mean. Okay. But it is not going well for the Lions at the moment. It is looking a little rough. It's looking a little rough. I'm not going to lie, but hopefully we can get our stuff together. I know Henry does that to linebackers. I know Funk. That's just yeah. I mean, he did that to Josh Norman a couple weeks ago, and they talked about that for a long time, and it turned into a whole meme. So, we might see Avery Myers on a meme page for quite a while after that one. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, hopefully nothing bad happens. Hopefully he doesn't get embarrassed again, but it might happen. It might just happen. So, let's see what happens though. Damn. Oh, it's frustrating, man. This is probably our toughest streak of the season. I mean, we go from Green Bay to Tennessee to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like that is a tough stretch for any football team, especially one with an interim head coach, a quarterback that you know is not feeling the best, and a super injured squad. I mean, this is going to be a tough stretch for the Lions. And we're seeing it now. I mean, you can just see it. You can just see it on the screen. Also, Duron Harmon sucks, but that's okay. That's neither here nor there. Stafford, go out onto the field and do something crazy. Just return, Jamal. Just see what happens. Nice. Bro, the whistle's blue. You can stop stripping the ball. Ugh.
Because it's man coverage, you have one player right here who has to stop Tannehill. Everybody else is in man coverage and on that side of the field. And there's nobody home because now you put your defensive end in a bind. He has to play the backside of the run, and now you got Tannehill, who's a great athlete, and everybody else in man coverage, there's nobody home. Really a nice play call right there.
Lions, let's do something. Stafford, you do something. Do some Stafford magic. There's a couple positives, but not a ton. Peloti, Vitae. Big V's been playing well today, actually. Big Peloti, Vitae has been playing very well today. I know it's the Titans, and they might not have the best. Where's Jadavion Clowney, actually? That's something I just thought about. Where's Jadavion? He's on the Titans, isn't he? All right, 3rd and 3, Stafford. Let's get it. Swift looks mean with the visor.
You've seen a hard time that they've had pressuring the quarterback, and this is a 3rd and short situation. Somebody up front, Harold Landry, who really is the only guy that can consistently get to the quarterback. They've got to find a way to put some heat. Here's Landry on the edge. They need a big rush from him on this down. Lions converted their first 4 down to 4 or 5. Stafford 3rd and 3.
Good throw and catch. Good stuff. Good stuff by DeAndre. He's getting involved this week. Bro, DeAndre Swift could be a legit wide receiver, I think. Swift almost looks afraid of getting hit. I don't know if he's afraid of getting hit or if his coaches told him, don't be stupid and take some unnecessary shot to the knee. But I think Swift is just being smart. Oh, Hunter Bryant. Nice catch and nice play. Hunter Bryant's first catch in the NFL is a nice one. Ooh, nice catch. Hunter Bryant sighting. Yup, we got one, and it's a good one, too. Nice catch and contested coverage. What a good play. What a throw and what a catch. I like it. That's what Hunter Bryant can be for the Lions. He can be that big play tight end threat. He just hasn't been healthy enough to do it. That was a nice throw. Let's see. Oh, just run, Stafford. Just run. Just run. Get out of bounds, buddy. Don't take no hit. Oh, I was so happy when we got him after the draft. I know. I mean, I think Hunter Bryant has such a good potential, but like I said, he's not been on the field enough to show off his potential. Cephas was open. Man, if he can get back and block, that's a touchdown probably. DeAndre Swift is like actually playing like a true wide receiver. He's like out wide running routes. Oh, that's not a great throw by Stafford. I'm not going to lie to you. Not a great throw. I would rather give Hawkinson that opportunity, but it happens. Yeah, that is on you, Stafford, but it's all right. It happens. Bro, how are you supposed to play center when you can't talk? Swift, get it. Get in. Get in. Give it to him again. And Ode Abushi. DeAndre Swift can do pretty much everything that you're asking him to do. Just give it to him again. Hand it. Oh. Oh no. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh. Well, that's not good by DeAndre. It's not good for the young man. But I mean, he's made that play so many times that I don't blame him for trying it, but I mean, I don't blame Swift for trying it because it's worked before for him, but that's a risky play. And if you're going to jump, you got to hold on to the ball. Unfortunate. Now we got to stop. Now we got to stop Derrick Henry. Do the Lions get the ball? I think they get the ball to start the second half. I feel like they do. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. Can't be doing that. Cannot be doing that. Do a play by play. Can't watch the game. All right, I'll do my best for you, Tony. I'll do my best when the screen comes back on. I'll try to get you a play by play. If you didn't know, DeAndre Swift just on the 1 yard line went up the middle, tried to jump over, got the ball punched out, and the Tennessee Titans recovered. So it wasn't a great play for the Lions. They lost possession on the goal line, but it's unfortunate. That's all I got. So I'll do my best to do a play-by-play. What I can. But man, that sucks. That stinks, man. All right, game back on.
Started well. Second time he's fumbled all season, and the first fumble that he has lost. And this is rookie season, and what a play by Daquan Jones on the right of your picture.
All right, Tennessee is on their 3-yard line. Derrick Henry in the backfield. They are handing it to him. Derrick Henry, about a 2-yard pickup for the Tennessee Titans. 1-2 yards. How we doing? We getting ready to score? Because DeAndre Swift fumbled the football, Dr. Detroit. Tried to go up and over, and who was that? 53 got his helmet right on the football. So we lost it. Yeah, I feel you. All right, Tennessee 2nd and 8. Ran it. Tannehill drops back. Romeo Okwara sacks him for the safety. Jumped right over the tackle. Safety for the Detroit Lions. Bro, Romeo Okwara straight leaped over the left tackle. He went to do a cut block or a chop block or something. And that's like some Madden stuff right there. He tried to go low. Romeo hurdle right over the man. Safety. Good play. Romeo Okwara can make a case for a Pro Bowl too this year. I know we talked about that a little earlier. We're talking about Pro Bowlers. Romeo Okwara could make a decent case for Pro Bowl. It's a great play. What does he have this year? What's Romeo at? Romeo Okwara. What was that? Obviously, it wouldn't be live updated, but let's just see. Let's go to Pro Football Reference. Let's see what's going on. Ibushi laid on his stomach when Swift fumbled over his back. Yeah, it wasn't a great play. What is Romeo getting at this year? That was his 8th sack of the season. That is not bad. I got you, Tony. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. All right. Titans are punting the ball right now. Agnew has it at the 30 going forward. Slips at about the 45. And fumbled it, but he was down. That's all right. Stafford's walking back onto the field. 1st and 10 for the Detroit Lions. Let's see. Hopefully the Lions can get in the end zone and at least get some points before halftime. What's left? 3:13? That's not bad at all. At the 45, they should definitely be able to walk away with some points. Romeo better make another play. He totally abandoned the edge on Tanny's TD run. I mean, yeah, he might have done that, but he also put 2 points on the board for us. So that's our first safety since Tennessee in 2017. So and Romeo has been great all year, Tony. I agree. All right, Stafford dropping back. Quick screen to TJ Hawkinson, about a 6-yard pickup right there, and a screen to Hawk. Good play so far. 3:19 and counting down. 2 against 6. I don't know. I'm not saying that he didn't screw up. I'm just saying he's definitely made a play to make up for it. So he definitely made a play there, and that's what I'm saying. He made a mistake, and I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying he's making up for it. Yeah, TJ's a GOAT, man. All right, 2nd and 4 Detroit Lions, 2:47 on the clock. Handing it to Swift up the middle for a yard or 2. Not a ton, but moving forward. 3rd and 2, Detroit Lions, 2:25 left on the clock. Yeah, nothing. I agree. He needs 3. He needs 2 more safeties to make up for it. Yep. He gave up 6. He'll put 6 on the board. Don't even worry about it. Or strip sack for a touchdown. That could be nice too. They're gonna try to jump him. Yeah, he was trying to get him to jump and take a free shot. They weren't falling for it. Home of Super Bowl 51. Nope, 55. I don't know why I said 51. That's definitely not it. Lol, taken. Me too. Hey, if he gets 2 safeties, 2 more safeties, that would be wild. But whatever. I'll just take another sack or maybe a turnover. But Romeo Okwara has definitely been our best pass rusher all season, and he better get a contract extension. He better get that contract extension. There's a lot of players this year that you could make a case for the Lions that deserve a Pro Bowl nod. I mean, you got Stafford, who's been playing very well. Probably not Pro Bowl level, but been very well, and you could make a case. You got Ragnow and Decker on the line. They are both playing at Pro Bowl levels, to say the very least. I mean, you got T.J. Hawkinson, who is going to make the Pro Bowl more likely than not. You got Jack Fox on the special teams. You got, Romeo Okwara, who could make a case. Lions fans have been taking a sack for years. Yeah, but I think this team, they have quite a few guys that you could at least make an argument for Pro Bowl. I think they have at least 3 guys that should make it. Most of them can't get enough sacks. I know the Lions have struggled so often this year to finish plays. They should have. I mean, Romeo Okwara could have at least 2 or 3 more sacks in the season. Daniel Shelton should have at least 2 or 3 more. Trey Flowers could have a couple more, especially if he was healthy. Like, this team is getting pressure, but they're never finishing plays, which is their biggest problem. But it's frustrating, but got to take what we can get. Hopefully our next coach, whether that be Robert Saleh or somebody else, hopefully they can fix that. Hopefully they can fix it. But let's see. All right, back to the football game. Ryan Tannehill on the sideline goofing around. What do we got? We got 2 minutes left on the clock. Darrell was drawing something on his play sheet, circling something that he likes. Might as well go for it, right? Yeah, but your defense is going to be in a tough spot no matter where you are, so. Come on, convert Stafford. Make a throw. Good catch by Marvin. Good protection once again. Good protection. Oof, that was close. Good throw right over the top for Stafford. I don't know how much. It wasn't that big. Maybe like 10 yards. A couple, 7, 10. All right, 1st and 10 for the Lions. Minute 30. Let's see what they can get done. Dagger. Dagger time, baby. Oh, deep down the field. Marvin Jones yet again down at the 1-yard line. Big time throw by Stafford. Big time catch by Marvin. Oh, it's dagger time, baby. Yes, sir. Stafford like double pumped him there. Woo! Marvin Jones having himself a day. Marvin Jones is having himself a day today. Stafford's laughing. He's like, yeah, I got you. Don't worry about it. Woo! All right, give Swift his redemption. Tell him, don't jump, just run forward. Why does Seattle get the easiest end of the season schedule I've ever seen? They play the Jets and then they play Washington. Like that's. I wish we played the Jets. Oh, just punch it in. That's all I'm asking. Yep, DeAndre Swift gets his redemption, rushes in for the touchdown. Good stuff. Nice. 9 unanswered points. Well, 8 right now. It's good patience by DeAndre Swift right on the goal line. He wasn't going to rush it this time. Whoa, nice stuff. Well, yeah, I guess Detroit. Yeah, Dr. Detroit. Washington's not that easy, but easier than Tennessee. Easier than Tampa Bay or Green Bay. Oh, and my goodness. Oh, no. Justin says that stiff arm, though, King Henry. Yeah, Derrick Henry's pretty darn good, but you know what? The Lions are punching back right now. DeAndre Swift is pretty good in his own right. DeAndre Swift is pretty good in his own right. So, can't complain. Can't complain too much. Oh, my goodness. Derrick Henry's doing. I mean, Derrick Henry's just Derrick Henry. I think you got to expect it at this point. But Lions are showing heart, man. The Lions aren't going to give up. And I said this early in the stream. You know, they're going to play. They're gonna try to win this football game because if they lose this football game, they're officially eliminated. This is their life right now. This is their life. Marvin is still pretty good. If play the outside wide receiver slot, Stafford makes everyone look good. Yeah. I mean, I think Marvin Jones is just a very talented wide receiver, but yeah, I get what you're saying, Tony. Looks like 42-28. I don't think it'll be that big. I think the Lions will keep it closer than that. I think it'll be a one-score game at the end, but you know, that's just my opinion. Hopefully they tighten up. Ironically enough, hopefully the defense tightens and hopefully they can hold the Tennessee Titans a little better this half or second half. But you know, they still got a minute left, so they still got to hold out for a minute, and then hopefully the offense can go back out and take the lead. That's okay. You know, that safety was basically our 2-point conversion on a touchdown. It's basically how I'm looking at it right now. The Lions are down by 6 points, so Matt Prater missed the extra point, but we got a safety, so it kind of makes up for it, I guess. What is up with Matt Prater this year, by the way? Speaking of Matt Prater. And I hope we win 42-28. That would be a huge win, but I don't think that's going to happen either. But well, you can always hope. We could always be optimistic and hope. But seriously, though, what is up with Matt Prater? I mean, the dude just keeps missing. I don't know what's going on with him, but oh my. All right, Lions, make a stand right here. Get a nice defensive stop. Number 32 for the Titans receives it at the 1, taking it out. 10, 15, 20, 30. Just before the 30, he is tackled by the Detroit Lions. Good return for the Tennessee Titans. Decent coverage by the special teams. Powers of the future. That's clever. That's clever. I like people that can help the community. All right, Jamie, bring him down. I know Derrick Henry's a big guy, but you can tackle him. I promise. He's not going to bite you. I don't like them subbing Ford out late. Guys, come on, make a play. Ugh. Yeah, really. Get him, Jamie. Oh, I haven't been commentating. I apologize. I'll try to get back on that, Tony. I get distracted occasionally. Second and 10 for the Titans, 33 seconds left, 30 on the play clock. Titans sitting at about their 50-yard line between the 49 and the 50. Romeo at the bottom. Number 43, Mr. Myers, sitting there chilling on it. And A.J. Brown, not a big fan. Tannehill throws deep. Oh, Myers making a play. Broke his finger, it looks like, but he made a play. I like it. Good play by Myers, though. Good play by practice squad. Practice squad call up right there. Well, Des Bryant has a receiving touchdown today. I just saw that at the bottom of the screen and thought that was weird. Or thought that was, cool, interesting. All right, 3rd and 10. Tennessee Titans at the 50. Let's see it. Come on, Romeo, get him. Oh, and you know what? Myers makes a good play, and then he gives up a big catch to Corey Davis. Take some, you give some, you win some, you lose some. I don't know why Myers is talking, bro. He's been getting cooked all game. I don't know what he's talking about to Corey Davis, but he's been getting cooked. Jamie almost got his hand on that. I'm impressed with Corey Davis, and I wanted the Lions to trade for him. But it didn't happen. I really want them to go get him this year in free agency. Spend the money because he's worth it. He's a Michigan guy. He's a good player. I don't see a downside. Except unless he's asking for like stupid money, but I don't think he will. Come on, get a turnover, Lions. False. Nice. False start for the Tennessee Titans. Moving them back. Lions got to hold strong here. I saw enough, and that's all that matters. All right, 1st and 15 for the Tennessee Titans at their own 42, 41-ish. Let's see, what's the plan? Romeo's coming. Oh, nope. Harmon is getting cooked to the boundary again. Maybe Myers got his head a little. Potentially, I guess. Myers is trying to play some mind games because he can't play the actual game. I don't know. Dude, I can't even with Deron Harmon today. I can't even with Deron Harmon right now. I can't even. Check the boundary. Get him, Romeo. Good play by Tavai. I mean, I know he. I mean, good keeping him in bounds at least, because that saves at least a potential shot at the end zone. All right, come on, cross your fingers, everybody. Cross your fingers, cross your toes, cross your eyes, whatever you got to do. Just cross something to make sure he misses the field goal. Except for the safety allowed. Come on, Goskowski. Miss it, hook it. Come on, you got it. You got it, Steven. You know what to do. Hook it wide left. Come on. Snap is down, and he hit it. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. But you know what? The Lions are still in a 9-point football game right now with the Tennessee Titans at halftime. Derrick Henry hasn't had any huge breakaway runs, so that's not bad. The Lions offense is looking pretty good. If Matt Prater would have just hit the darn field goal, we would have been all right, but we're not. Myers probably got a concussion from King Henry. Justin, I don't know who you are, and I don't know if you're going to stick around after this game, but I appreciate you're kind of funny, man. I kind of like that. I like it. I can appreciate the humor. And Derrick Henry had quite the stiff arm on him, so I mean, possibly he got confused what team he was playing for or something. I like it. I like the humor. So let's see. Any good statistics at halftime? Anything else happening around the NFL? Well, we can go over some of this too if y'all are interested. But Stafford's having a good half. I mean, 16 for 21, missed 5 passes, 170 yards, 1 touchdown. He hasn't taken a sack yet, which is huge. That's real big for the Lions. DeAndre Swift looking all right. Again, I think very much like last week, he's much more impactful than the stats would imply. Derrick Henry's a problem. Derrick Henry scares me slightly because he's very good, and 14 for 80 is quite a half for my guy. 14 for 80 is quite a half for anybody. Receiving, I mean, Stafford's spreading the ball. Marvin's got 7. DeAndre's got 4. TJ's got 2. Everybody else got 1. Hunter, Agnew, and Muhammad. So, I mean, not bad for the receivers so far. Tannehill's doing all right. How many has he missed? He's only missed 3 passes on the day. So, not horrible at all. DeAndre Swift got a fumble, unfortunately. But, I mean, not a bad half by the Lions, to be totally honest. Not bad at all. I mean, I'll take that half. Jack Fox apparently has 1 punt that I don't fully remember. I kind of remember. I don't know. Matt Prater's 1 for 2 on extra points, which kind of sucks. But not a horrible day by anybody so far. Let's see what else is going on in the NFL. Who's winning, who's losing. Baltimore's smacking Jacksonville. Miami and New England, obviously the Bills already shored up that division, but that should be a fun game. Houston and Indy should be fun. We lost to both of them. San Fran and Dallas should be interesting to look at. Washington, Seattle is a decent one. Chicago taking so far taking a big dub over Minnesota. Tampa Bay, they're having a decent night. No, I'm just kidding. No, they're not. Tampa Bay's getting murdered. Tampa Bay's getting killed by Atlanta. So that's a interesting one. That's a big upset and alert right there. That LA game was fun. The Buffalo game was not. Green Bay won, which kind of stinks, but makes me feel a little better. Tua Tagovailoa throwing interceptions out here. I'd love for somebody right now to tell me he's better than Matthew Stafford, because he's not. But, Tua's out here throwing interceptions like it's his job. Lamar Jackson doing marvelous things. To Dez Bryant, of all people. Dez Bryant got a nice catch. Let's see. The Atlanta Falcons are kind of cooking today. Atlanta Falcons kind of cooking. All right, people are going to laugh at me, and I know I've said this before to a couple people, and they think I'm joking, but I hate the comparison between DK Metcalf and Calvin Johnson. People who make that comparison are just wrong. I don't like the comparison. I hate when people make it. It's not a good comparison. I can see where they get it because they're both big, fast, strong wide receivers that can win football game, like win jump balls well. But I mean, I hate when people compare DK Metcalf to Calvin Johnson. I hated when people compare Saquon Barkley to Barry Sanders. Like they're not the same. There's one Barry Sanders, and that's it. There's one Calvin Johnson, and that's it. There's no, I don't know. I don't like when people compare rookies or sophomore players to greats, but that's just me. I hate the comparison to Calvin Johnson. I think that's so not disrespectful, but I don't like it. I don't know where you guys stand on that, but I think it's funny. Exactly. Exactly, Funk. Exactly. Like until you see DK Metcalf get double pressed at the line by two different defensive backs with a third safety over the top just in case, don't ever talk to me about Calvin Johnson being compared to anybody. That's all I'm saying. Y'all ever seen that clip? I'm sure you guys have, but there was one against the Saints where there was literally two DBs on the line pressing him at the same time with a safety over the top to help. Like until somebody does that to DK Metcalf, I don't want to hear a comparison to Megatron. Until DK Metcalf bosses three dudes in the end zone, I don't want to hear anything about it. But I mean, DK Metcalf is good. I'm not saying he's not good, but I mean, Megatron was different. Megatron, there's only one ever. So I don't know. I don't like that comparison. I think it's ridiculous. Jared Davis is the only guy who can tackle on this football team. I mean, yeah, I know Jamie Collins can't do it. What's going on, Ian? But yeah, I mean, Jared Davis, he's a good tackler. He's a good thumper in the middle, but I don't know, man. Only one person that played CJ 101 that did the job was Peanut Tillman. Yeah, Peanut Tillman and Calvin Johnson, that was a fun matchup to watch. What do you think about the score? Well, Harvey, I think the Lions are playing a good football game. I mean, down by 9 points at half, that's I've seen worse. I've seen worse from the Lions. I think the Tennessee Titans are good. I don't think the score tells the whole story because the Lions could very well have another touchdown on the board right now if they didn't fumble the football. So, I mean, I think the Lions are playing hard. I think they're playing tough. They're not in a great spot right now, down by 9, but I think, yeah, I mean, we're not in the greatest spot that we want to be, but I think we're in a position where we can win. I mean, especially getting the ball coming out of halftime. Stafford could definitely go down. The Lions could definitely go down, score a touchdown, put the game back within 1 point or one score, 2 points. I think it's very close. It's, I mean, a super winnable game right now. And I think if the Lions can get to the fourth quarter, if they can get to the last 5 minutes in a one-score game and put it in Stafford's hands, I think you feel pretty good about that game. 9 points is a win for this team after being down 14. Absolutely, Funk. I mean, this team has not stopped Derrick Henry particularly well, but they are playing pretty solid on offense. And, I think especially if we can open the half with a touchdown or at least a score, I think that puts the Lions in very good position to make some moves and to win the football game. I think that, they're playing a good, tough, hard game right now. And, just like we've seen the previous 2 weeks under Daryl Bevell, I think this team's playing hard and they're going to continue to play hard the rest of the day. I mean, you're not going to see this Lions team give up. They're going to give everything they have they're going to give everything they can on the field. The Buccaneers are losing by 17. The Buccaneers are getting throttled by Atlanta. It's right up here at the top. I mean, that's just funny. And I mean, we're playing the Buccaneers next week, so whatever they're doing. I hope Arizona loses. Arizona's playing Philly. I mean, Philly's such a weird team, though. Like, Philadelphia beat the number 1 seeded Saints last week, but they've also lost to so many bad teams. Like, they're weird, dude. Philadelphia is the most unpredictable team in the league, but they looked real good under Jalen Hurts last week, so I think that should be a fun and interesting game. I'm hoping the Arizona Cardinals lose too, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. All we can do is hope and pray on that one, but I think they have to lose if the Lions want to make the playoffs. So I'm hoping, man. Got my fingers crossed for it. Who's under my bed? Hi, buddy. How you doing? But yeah, I mean, there's quite a few good games today. KC New Orleans should be a great game. I really hope the Jets don't win a game this year. I really don't. JD needs to stick Henry. That'd be awesome. If we see Jared Davis come up and just rock Henry, that would be amazing. How do we have to get into the playoffs? There's a lot that has to happen. I don't know every move that has to happen, but the Lions need to win out. If they lose today, if they lose any game in the next 3 weeks, they're out of the playoffs officially. And then they need like Arizona to lose a couple of games. They would need Minnesota and Chicago to both drop a couple of games. It's a weird scenario, and it's super unlikely, but it's possible. And I believe if you go over to Doso Dion 2.0, he has a video on how the Lions could make the playoffs. I don't know all the moves. I don't know everything that needs to happen, but I do know the Lions need to win out and get help. So if that helps, there you go. But yep, it's not a bad game by the Lions, but not a great game, I wouldn't say. I really hope Chicago loses just because I don't like Chicago. But either way, whoever loses Chicago, Minnesota today helps the Lions. So I could care less about that game. 49ers game should be interesting. I'll be curious to see that game and see how our boy Robert Saleh is doing out in San Fran. But that should be interesting. If the Lions don't make the playoffs, will you stream playoff games? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I don't know what you guys would want to see. I guess I'd have to take a couple polls or something and see what you guys would be interested in. But I'd definitely stream playoff games. I enjoy it. I think that it'd be a good chance to get some more people in here. I think it would be a good opportunity to get some more eyes on the channel, get some different people, different opinions in the building. But I would definitely stream some playoff games if y'all would want to see it. Functions I saw was like a 1.3% chance. Yeah, it's super low, but it's super, super low, but it is possible still. As I said, they have to win out and get help. So, it probably won't happen, but it's possible. The Lions have had worse odds at things before, so I wouldn't be surprised necessarily. What if Chicago does lose? I mean, I don't think it necessarily does anything right now. It puts the Lions one game closer to Chicago if they can win today and Chicago loses. But personally, I just don't like Chicago, so I kind of want to see them lose. That's all. That's my only reason. I don't know how it affects the playoff race. I'm not sure exactly what needs to happen. I just kind of want to see Chicago lose because I don't like Chicago. But that's just me. That's just me. I think I'd rather Minnesota win than Chicago. That's just kind of where I stand with that. So there's no particular reason other than I just very much dislike Chicago Bears or the Chicago Bears. So, God. Oh, I don't know where Justin is, but they just showed Derrick Henry's stiff arm again. What if Chicago wins? I have no idea the outcomes or the scenarios or anything like that, Harvey. I'm not knowledgeable enough to know at the moment. I'd have to go do a bit of research. I don't know off the top of my head, but I think either way, whoever wins today helps the Lions out. I think both Minnesota and Chicago have to drop a game or two. So, I don't think it matters a ton today who wins or who loses that game. As long as they don't tie the game, I think the Lions will be okay. I don't know for sure, though. If I did stream a playoff game, just going back to Sith Lord Lynn's comment, if I did live stream a playoff game without the Lions, what would y'all want to see? I don't know how many games I get or, what games in particular I get, but I would definitely be down to stream playoff games if y'all would come and watch it. I think it'd be fun. We could talk, broader football. That might be the case in the near future when the playoffs start. I might kind of branch out a little bit. I've talked about this a little bit before, but I'm starting to think about branching out a little bit, talking a little bit more broader NFL, maybe playoff brackets, playoff predictions, weekly recaps of the NFL, stuff like that. Obviously still primarily Lions stuff and still, 3 to 4 Lions videos a week, but maybe sprinkle in two or three NFL games, 2 or 3 non-Lions specific videos, but we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. The season's not over yet, so that's a couple weeks away yet, but still. All right, game is back. Mohamed Sanu on the first down. Nice catch and run for a first down. And Dallas got to beat the San Francisco 49ers. I believe so, yes, and they're doing so right now. What happens if Dallas beats the Niners? I have no idea. The Niners obviously drop one spot farther down, and that helps the Lions a little bit, but I'm not sure. I think we're rooting for the Cowboys today, and I'm rooting for the Vikings, but I don't care. Here we go, Sanu with the nice grab. Yes, sir, Funk. Let's go. First down, Detroit Lions on the 37, 38, something like that. Math is hard. Handing it to DeAndre Swift on the counter. Bounces outside. Cuts back inside. Good 8-yard run for DeAndre right there. I don't know if Tony's still in the building, but I'm going to keep commentating and keep play-by-playing because I enjoy it. I think it's fun. And that's what I should go into, is just be a play-by-play announcer on the radio. Yeah, I think the Lions have had a good day. That's fine. Give DeAndre Swift his chance. Oh, we're going to go back to the game cast. Hold up. All right, we're back. Let's go. Lions snap the ball. Play action to Swift. Stafford throws it good downfield. Marvin dropped it, even though it looked like Malcolm Butler was there a couple seconds early. It is yet to be called. 3rd down and 3, Detroit. I think Butler pass interfered him. Maybe not. It was not perfect throw, but. All right, 3rd and 3. What can the Lions do? Can they convert? Because I hope so. I feel like Malcolm Butler's had a pretty nice career outside New England, which is something not a lot of New England defenders say. False start, I thought. Yeah, false start by the Lions. Big V. I think both tackles. Oh, Vitai's hurt again. Never mind. Dude, Vitai is hurt again. How? How does that happen? What did Vitae do to hurt himself? Both tackles, I think, full started on that one. But Matt Nelson gets the credit for it. Oh my gosh. We're just going backwards and backwards. We just keep going backwards and hurting ourselves at this point. Can't do that. Lines are down to like 2 starters on the offensive line. All right, come on, boys. Stafford, rip it. Good throw, good catch. Mohamed Sanu. Great conversion. Great throw by Stafford. Way to stand in the pocket. Good throw. Good rip by Matt Stafford. Stafford doesn't even have a rib injury. People are making that up. I would not believe you. I would literally feed Sanu. I mean, he's making the plays for it. Like, if you were to tell me right now, if I had no idea, and you were to tell me somebody on the starting Lions offense had a rib injury coming into the game, Matt Stafford would be the last person I would guess. He slipped on that one, I think. It looked like his plant leg slid a little. Yeah. That's all right, Stafford. It happens. Plant leg like slid. It was weird. All right, line 2nd and 10. Let's go. All right, draw play. DeAndre Swift for the first down. Good stuff. Good stuff. You know, Joe Dahl's been playing very well today. Joe Dahl's been playing extremely well at center today. I like Joe Dahl as our right guard. Yeah, right guard much more than I like Oday Abushi. Obviously today couldn't be the case, but I don't know why Oday is starting over Joe Dahl regular days. DeAndre, oh, that's AP actually. Again though, nice run play, 3-4 yards. Let's see. Touchdown would be big on this drive for the Lions. Touchdown would be massive for this Lions team. Anderson's having a nice game though so far. Oh, good catch. Great catch by Mohamed Sanu. Oh my. Oh my. Nope. That's a catch. Just feed the man. I mean, it's working. He's showing up big in Detroit right now. He wasn't super good for the 49ers or for the Patriots, but he's showing up big in Detroit. Oh, go. Nice play. Good reverse. They've run that a couple times now. It's worked a lot. I like it. I like it. Darrell Bevel's play calling has gotten really, really good in the past 3 weeks. That's something I realized though. Like the Lions had a bad start to this drive, right? They had a false start and a delay of game, and usually that's the kind of thing that kills the Lions. Usually that's the kind of thing that puts the Lions in situations to fail, and then the drive stalls out, and then we are not good. And the Lions just exceeded that. They just didn't care. They were like, "Oh well, what 3rd and 15? That's totally fine. We're just gonna throw it to Mohamed Sanu." Like that is something I've noticed really differently at least this week, especially is they had a couple of penalties big and they still came back and they've still been able to fight through it and be relatively successful with it. Just run it, DeAndre. Hand it to the man. Hawk, get it. He got it. Hawk was down. He was down. Good run by Hawkinson. Good effort. Ote Ibushi sets the ball down like it's right there. Right there. Yeah, I agree. Scary one. Don't challenge it because I feel like they wouldn't give it to him. Oh, stop, Chain. Stop moving. That's a first.
First down Lions.
Good stuff. Whew. Good stuff, Hawk.
What a drive to begin this second half.
Vrabel's mad. Good stuff, man.
Challenge the spot. And maybe we'll take a closer look at this here upstairs and without Riveron's crew in New York.
Just give the Lions the first down, guys. Goodness, come on. Just give it to them. Just give it to them. They're going to somehow determine, even though they challenged the spot on the field, they're somehow going to give them the fumble. Watch. I guarantee it, man. Notre Dame got the number 4 spot in the playoff today. That's good for them. I just saw that and I thought it was interesting. And Alabama opens up as a 20.5-point favorite. That's cool. That's awesome. So the playoff is set for college football, at least. Got Bama, Notre Dame, and then Clemson, Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. A rematch of last year. Should be fun. The Lions are having a nice lengthy drive here, but I have a feeling the referees are going to do something bad. I have a feeling the referees are going to do something not good. But all we can do is cross our fingers and hope at the moment. Let's hope. Let's hope, man. Let's hope they don't call anything stupid. They're going to go back and be like, after a review, even though we were not reviewing whether it was a fumble or not, we're going to give it to the Tennessee Titans because we just want to. Like, I just get that feeling all of a sudden. All right, well, let's see. It's still in the instant replay booth.
This is going to be interesting as we bring in Gene's territory. Gene, they were measuring line to gain, but then the football comes loose. There is a clear recovery. Take us through. Whenever we review a play, once we get into review, all reviewable aspects will be now able to be looked at. And in this situation, as you said, Coach Vrabel challenges the ruling as it relates to a first down. Looking closer at this, it appears to me that this football is loose prior to the right knee hitting the ground, which will give it a fumble. We know in the immediate following action of this play being ruled down, Tennessee recovers. So they're looking at all of these aspects now, and I have the ball fumbled, recovered by Tennessee. Boy, interesting. Detroit had that long drive that was stalled by the Swift fumble, as now we await the official ruling of Jerome Boger. We thank Gene's territory.
Let's see.
Again.
There it is. Didn't even challenge it was a fumble, but you know what? The NFL is going to find a way to take the balls from a Lion. It's going to happen.
Such a terrific season for TJ Hawkinson.
It's unfortunate. All right, let's see.
This team's direction. Tannehill.
Oh, Jared Davis just leveled that guy.
Jared Davis among the tacklers. Also, Money Oruwariye was there.
That was a solid hit by Jared. He said, "Come here, bruh. Sit your booty down." Why is Romeo Okwara playing 3 yards off the line? First down, Derek. First down, Derek. Man.
Role today with the absence of Darryl Roberts, we know Jeff Okuda has been out, is dealing with a foot injury.
Of course.
And his return.
Let's see. Come on, Lions. Get him. Oh, horrible. That's where you got to be mentally tough. All right, 3rd and 5. What's going to happen? Let's see.
Performance 12 of 16. He's been economical with his pass attempts. 187 yards and a touchdown.
All right, let's see it.
He's flanked by Jeremy McNichols here on 3rd and 5.
Nope. Nope. Oh, it's close. He said no, 4th down. Well, no, the official on the sideline was saying 4th down, but okay. That's cool. I don't think that's a first down.
Tight ends make some really important catches and be a big part of their offense in critical situations.
Get there. Nice. This is a good hit. Good stop by the Lions defense.
You mentioned Arthur Smith, our offensive coordinator, earlier, and he's probably not gotten the credit he deserves from a national standpoint as Daniel quickly gets into the line of scrimmage of a play action here.
Get your hands up. Oh, good hit. Good hit by Jamie, but he's hurt. That was a solid smack, though. Oof. What a tackle, though. Cal just fractured his throat. Oh. Not sure what just happened with Jamie, but I know he's hurt now. Come on, Lions, 3rd and 10. Get some pass rush. Get something going. All right. All right. Get there. Oh, that could have been an interception for Amani. Dang it. Oh, and Tracy Walker's hurt. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. I mean, he did his job. He broke up the pass, I guess. But that's just the Lions' luck, right? They'll get in position to get a huge play, and their own player will break up the interception and injure himself. Like, I love Tracy Walker. I'm not taking a shot at him or anything like that, but that's just the Lions' luck. You know, they're in a position to make a good play and capitalize on a big mistake, and something like that happens. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you guys. Lions are gonna line, I guess so. Guess so. I hope Tracy's all right though, man. He's a good safety. Oh my. You know what that means if Tracy's hurt, right? That means Deron Harmon gets more playing time, people. That's all. Deron Harmon is going to come back onto the field. Yo, Tracy, are you good, bro? I hope so. I hope Tracy's all right because he's a good player. He and Amani are probably our two best defensive backs there. So if he goes out, that's going to be a big time loss. Man, no, it meant Will Harris is going to get more snaps. It means both of them are. But either way, it's a downgrade for the Lions. Either way, it's a downgrade. But it's unfortunate. The injuries happen, and I get it, but I feel like the Lions are so unlucky when it comes to injuries. Let's see what happens here.
Louisiana Lafayette, able to walk off on his own power.
That's good.
Young man that they are high on, think he's a part of their future.
That's a good thing.
Each of the last 3 years, first time by Tennessee in this game.
Block. Go Agnew, return it. That was not good. Oof, that was not good. For real. That was not good. Oh no. Yawning. Ugh, gotta wake up. It's game day. How could we be yawning? It's game day a week before Christmas, and I'm out here yawning and being tired. How does that work? All right, that's fine. That just gives Stafford and Swift more yards to work with. That's fine. He's so good. DeAndre Swift is so good. Bro, he's such a powerful runner. DeAndre Swift is our running back right now. Yup, Quintez Cephas, baby. Good catch. Good stuff. Good throw. Good catch. Another dime by Stafford. My goodness. It's a good route by Cephas and a great catch. Wow. Yeah. What a great throw and a great play. Another big play action. Oh, PI maybe? Holding? I think it's defensive holding, people. Oh, or not. I'll take PI. Not really. He's holding a shoulder pad. Alrighty, let's see what else we can get cooking. Lines are moving. So who's gonna fumble this drive? Oh jeez. Not great. I'm not gonna lie. Not a great decision.
How's that for an arm angle?
Oh no.
One of the few times they've been able to get a hit on him, and you can tell that hit, it hurt a little bit. Tennessee's got to try to get some more shots on Stafford. A medical timeout on number 37 for the Titans.
For the Titans.
That's Monty Hooker.
What happened? You get hit in the head, maybe? I wonder.
So Monty Hooker makes his second straight start today. Kenny Vaccaro will be looked at in that blue medical tent, and Joshua Kalu will come in.
Oh, he just hit on the ground real hard, yeah. Yeah. Probably a good one by the officials. That's a forward pass. All right, 3rd and 10 Lions. They're 7 of 10 today. They converted 3rd and 15 earlier, so definitely not out of the realm of possibilities. Let's see, what can we get done? Oh, they're bringing somebody. Uh-oh. It's all right. We can get at least points on the drive, if nothing else. Oh, we were sending out the punter? Oh, okay. Oh, he says that and Prater's going to miss. Or not. Prater's going to drill that one. Oh, false start. Uh-oh, what's this one for? It's on the Titans? Nah, we're good. Offside, probably. Roughing the kicker. Yeah, offside. Good kick by Prater. Good stuff. Lions inch within 6. I mean, drive could have ended worse. The thing, the Lions didn't have those 2 turnovers. We could be winning the game right now. But again, couple plays, game comes down to 2 fluky turnovers that, were avoidable. But I don't know, man. Just unfortunate. Can't do much about it, but all right, defense. Let's go out and get another 3 and out.
During or after treatment, and may be severe.
Alrighty. 4 minutes left in the quarter. Let's see what we can get done. Lions have done all right so far, to be totally honest. I mean, I can't say I'm too disappointed in this performance. Tennessee is a good football team. Yeah, he did, Funk. He did say second half adjustments would save the day. So far, they're working on it. So far, they're looking good in the second half. But who knows? Who knows? I'm have to see this. Has Tennessee had 1 drive this half? 2 drives this half, maybe? I think they only had 1. But either way, the Lions have won the second half. They're winning, and they've won it so far. So, who knows? So we can keep it up. Yeah, but we're playing against Phillip Rivers. We're actually playing against Ryan Tannehill, who, is a very efficient passer. So, no. Appreciate Walker's back out there on special teams. That's good. It's good to see. We at least got our best safety back. Phillip Rivers is never going to scramble for a touchdown in his life. So, but let's see. Matt Prater, they got something special for the field goal unit? I mean, I think if you told the Lions they'd have 1 possession game with 4 minutes left in the third quarter, I think they'd take it. All right, special teams, go get him. Get him, J-Ron. Good tackle by Miles Killebrew at the 16.
Another touchdown added to the season total, and I would imagine here in the last 20 minutes of this game, we're going to see a lot more Derrick Henry.
That's a good tackle by Austin Bryant. Great TFL. Yeah. Taylor Lewan? Oh, no. Somebody from the Tennessee Titans went to Cleveland. It wasn't Taylor Lewan. It was somebody else. Still, though. Come on, Detroit. 2nd and 12. Good situation for you. They're going to give it to Henry. Don't let it happen. Or not, or not, or not. We can just cover. Fine. Get him, Kevin. Good hit, J-Ron. Good hit. Now you good, dog. You good. We're playing the Titans, so we're all right. We're all right. 3rd and 11. Good. Let's go. Let's get another stop, Lions. Come
It
on.
was in another 3rd and long situation. In that last drive, Detroit was able to get off the field for the first time on 3rd down because it was 3rd and long.
Come on, boys. Or not. Or not. Maybe we'll just stay on the field because we like the defense just likes the field. They like the grass. They like the feeling of it, I guess. Unfortunate. Duran. Is that Duran's fault or is that? I guess that's more to Jelani. Turf is better. I agree. I like turf better than grass. Reggie Reagan says, "Move his gap over, bro. Get him. Get him in the backfield, Reggie." Gotta get him, Reg. 200+ yard games. He's had a full season of 100+ yard games in just his past 32 appearances. 37 rushing touchdowns, more than 1 touchdown a game. It's tough, man. It's tough to stop him. Get him, Amani. Strip it. Dang it. Play given up by Amani. They need to put an actual line on the football field. I mean, maybe he could actually tackle better than some of our linebackers. Who knows? All right, get him. I mean, if you told me we were going to hold Derrick Henry to less than 100 yards in 3 quarters, I probably wouldn't have believed you. To be honest, I mean, we're doing pretty good. That's definitely pass interference on Corey Davis. Derrick Henry is a beast. Derrick Henry is indeed a beast. He's tough to stop. What, 108 though on 22 carries? That's a bad day for Derrick Henry. All right, I will be right back. I need 2 seconds. right, we're back. We're back. Fourth quarter begins in a couple of minutes. And so far, it has not been a poor game by the Lions, to say the least. I mean, they're within 6 points right now. The Tennessee Titans are driving, but it's I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Let's hope the Lions can get a turnover or something. I'm hoping for like a strip sack or maybe a poor handoff, but I mean, they're in the game, and I think that's what, at least that's what I expected coming into the game, was a close one, a dogfight, something that we can, as Lions fans can walk away feeling good about, and that's exactly what they've done so far. They've missed here and there in a couple of plays, but apart from that, it's been a good game by the Lions yet again. I mean, 3 weeks in a row of good football play, and this is even with Darrell Bevel, who, I've been very critical of in the past and has been much better the past 3 weeks. But, if the Lions can accomplish this under Darrell Bevel, what are they going to do when, Robert Saleh gets here, who, as I said, Darrell Bevel's been great, but Robert Saleh, I think, a better coach. What are they going to do with, even better coaching, with even better play calling? The future is bright for my Lions out here, for our Lions. See, 3rd and 1. Lions need to make a stand right here. You know where the ball's going. Can you stop it, though, is the issue. Guess not. Guess not. Kinda. Mine did not want to hit. Amani did not want to hit Derrick Henry. That's unfortunate, but Lions got time. Lions got time. What's a 12-point game, so they're going for 2? I mean, how are you supposed to defend that, though? You got to commit to Derrick Henry. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, how? What are you supposed to do? Derrick Henry's out wide as a receiver. Motioning back in as the running back. That's delay a game. But why would they call it for the Lions? Why would they call delay of game to help the Lions, huh? Their second ever rushing touchdown for Tannehill? There's no way he's never had a rushing touchdown before today. There's no way. I swear they said second. That can't be right. It can't be.
More than a legendary SUV brand. It's a community. We share a love of adventure. We share a spirit.
All right, we got to score here, though, because I don't know how many more times our defense is going to be able to stop Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry, but we got to stop here because the NFL hates the Lions. I know it. I know it. I know it. Believe me, I am very much aware of the NFL's hatred for my favorite team, but you got to roll with the punches sometimes, I guess. What are we thinking, guys? I don't know. 32 is a lot to give up, but we're in this game. And that was definitely a delay a game that doesn't get called. But why the Lions of all teams? Why do the Lions have to be the ones that the NFL hates? I don't get it. It's just our life, I guess. Just our life. Us as Lions fans, we know. We know what it's like. But it doesn't mean it's fun. All right, we're back. Eddie George there's on the screen. His record got broken yesterday by Trey Sermon of Ohio State. Derrick Henry's pretty iconic. Ooh, that's an ugly kick.
Well, don't forget Christmas Day kicking off 4 straight days of NFL football, including a Saturday triple-header, a full slate of games on Sunday, and of course, Monday night.
Temperatures at Dunkin' Donuts as we speak. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. That happened to Big V, dude. He was in for like a whole quarter, a whole half, even, and then just left. Why? Just tell me why, says Darren. Man, I couldn't tell you. Honestly, I don't know. Things happen. Things go wrong. I don't know. I feel it, man. That emoji is kind of how I'm feeling right now. Just kind of defeated. But you know, there's a lot of game left. There's a whole quarter left. Because Lions, probably accurate. Let's see it. That's the first bad snap. And Stafford's slow to get up. But he's up. You can tell he's hurting. DeAndre Swift saved that. DeAndre Swift bumped that back into Stafford's hands and saved that fumble. I mean, you gotta expect at least one of them, right? And now it's gonna go over Stafford's head. Watch it. Good catch by Amendola. You go for it? I mean, you're not gonna get the ball back, right? Or you not? You think? Ugh. Should not happen every god darn week. I'm sick and tired of this. No Detroit team has been good since the early 2000s. I know. Mm. Fake it. Do it. Nice.
Doesn't look to be a favorable spot from that vantage point, about a half yard.
Wait. That's gotta be. And this will be a tough spot. Let's see what happens here. I have a bunch of the Pistons. I heard the Pistons are got quite the bright future. I heard they got quite a bit of young talent. So hopefully that works out for them. But again, just gotta wait and see. It's a waiting game. Derrick Henry's 141 yards. That's a lot. That is a lot. But I think actually a lot of Detroit teams have inexperience, and I think they have a lot of young talent in every team. I'm not super versed in the Tigers, so that could be totally false about the Tigers, but I think the Lions have a lot of young talent. The Pistons I've heard have had a lot of young talent, and I've even heard some good things about the Red Wings. So Tigers will never be good. Wings might, Pistons will. Yeah, I've heard some good things about the Wings. I've heard some good things about the Pistons, and obviously me being very versed in the Lions, I have a very high opinion on this team. I think they can be real good next year. We kept Henry in check. That's all he got. I know Derrick Henry has 141 rushing yards, and that sounds bad, but I mean that's not a bad game for the Lions defense as far as rushing, at least. Does anybody else even have a carry? I know Tannehill does, but is Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill are the only two players for Tennessee to have a touch on the ground. That's crazy. While the Detroit Lions have 1, 2, 3, 4, they have 6 players with rushing attempts. Just something to think about. Again, it's not tricky, but you can't stop it. Tigers will take 10 to 15 years to be good again. I mean, I don't have a huge input on that. I'm not a big baseball fan. Let's see. Hold on. They didn't get it. Pistons will be a playoff team in a few years. I think the Pistons and the Lions will be the playoff teams in a couple of years. I think the Lions could make the playoffs as early as next season. And from what I've heard from the Pistons, I don't think it'll be that long until they're in the playoffs again. So I think Detroit sports have a bright future. But, that's just me. Miami's up 12-15 or 15-12. How is baseball, though? Is baseball one of those sports where it's like you can turn around really quickly? Or is it one of those sports where it's like it takes a while to turn your stuff around? Because I'm not super well versed. Like basketball, you can go from bad to good in one season, whereas like football, it takes a little bit more. I don't know how baseball is. Yeah, 3 out of the 4 Detroit teams have a bright future. I'd agree. Man, this Titans team is just starting to enforce its will on the Lions. They're just leaning on them. No, Funk, we can't get a holding call because that would be what we call a call for the Detroit Lions, and we don't get those. Those don't exist in Detroit. Get it? Those don't happen around here. We don't get calls for the Lions. It does not happen. Unless it's obvious, and even then it's about a 50-50 whether we're going to get the call or not. So it's a close one, man. Yeah, basketball, I know you need just a couple good players. Oh, that was tipped and he still caught it. Jeez. That might be game. What even happened? That ball got tipped. Jeez.
Just a couple of inches shy of the end zone.
Evans has a carry now. Yeah, that's the third running back. Oh, that's a good stack right there. I don't know who got through that line, but that was a good push. Oh, and here comes the king. Here comes King Henry. Here comes King Henry. Jared Davis just needs to explode through a gap and pop Henry right in the mouth. Get him, JD. Or not. I'm sure I'm going to see some comments about Davis. I'm sure I'm going to see some comments about Jared Davis not being able to cover. Oh, I think that is the dagger. 20-point game, about to be 21. Yeah. Guess not. Jared Davis was just going to punch the ball. And if he wasn't going to get the ball, he wasn't going to get the man. That's unfortunate. I don't even put that too much on Jared. I think he was just trying to make a bigger play than he needed to. But still unfortunate. It's just sad, man. It's just sad, man. I don't think JD got torched. I just think that he was going to punch the ball out and didn't really get a super great angle on the ball. But I mean, it wasn't a great play by Jared Davis, of course. But I don't know. I think Jared Davis was trying to make a bigger play than he needed to. So that's unfortunate. Uh-oh. Contact is not working how it's supposed to right now. Good enough, whatever. But man, this game was close for a while too. I think the Lions just got tired. I mean, that's just the style that they run, though. It's just the Titans run, and then your defense gets tired, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. It's unfortunate, but it's the reality that it's the reality of it. It stinks, but can't do a whole lot. Let's see. Got 9 minutes, so we've seen crazier things. We've seen crazier things.
Performance by Ryan Tannehill, 4 combined touchdowns. Second passing touchdown.
Oh, there goes Agnew. There's another fine for getting tackled by the kicker. Not a bad return by Agnew. I don't know. What was that? The 40-something, 43? Oh, Matt Stafford has been taken out of the game. Can't say I'm super surprised. Obviously, not because Stafford's playing poorly, just because Stafford's hurting. Stafford took quite the shot, and they're not going to risk Stafford's health for a game that is quite frankly out of hand. Watching games like this makes me understand why fans say, unfortunately, I am a Lions fan. Yeah, yeah, it's not always fun. Actually, it's very rarely fun, but we're going to be here no matter what. So, Stafford's done for the day. Again, can't say I'm super surprised, but slightly disappointed. Stafford had a good game. I mean, Stafford looked sharp. He looked really, really good. But I just, it's not worth it at this point. Down 3 touchdowns to risk his health. Right or wrong, I was personally offended when Dion was talking about playoff talk after the Packers game. We're 5. I mean, if we can make the playoffs, we can make the playoffs, right? I mean, if there is a chance to make the playoffs, you gotta try for it. You gotta go for it because if you have a chance to make the playoffs and you sit down and don't even try, that's worse than trying and losing. So, I mean, I don't like it. Look at Chase getting his run on. I know. I mean, we paid Chase Daniels all this money, right? We might as well use the man. Just throwing some dots though, low key. I would put Blauen. I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter. I think at this point, you paid Chase Daniel the money. You better at least go let him earn it. This game did officially eliminate us, yes. Assuming we can't make the comeback, which seems highly unlikely. What's up, TJ? You're not TJ. What's up, Jesse James? Making an appearance. What you expect? That dude loves the Lions more than half the fans do. Y'all talk about Dion. He's a big Lion fan, probably the biggest Lions fan I know. I mean, that he loves his Lions. I can't fault him for that. Hawks and football team are close. Let's see, Chase. Can we punch it in? I kind of just want to stat pad DeAndre Swift a little bit. Nice carry. I mean, talking about playoffs when you're 5-8, if you can make the playoffs, you can make the playoffs. So, I mean, I'm not going to fault him for saying we could because we could. There was a possibility before today. So I'm not going to say that he looks stupid. Come on, defense. Let's get Chase the ball back. Imagine. That was a good drive by Chase Daniel, though. That was quite the drive. DeAndre Swift having himself a nice day. Just let Swift stat pad a little bit. He's having a good game himself.
You're saying you don't have to look like me to get the Patrick price? No. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates. Man, he'll grow back, I promise. I can't believe I did this. At least you got the Patrick.
But yeah, I mean, what this pulls it back within 14, assuming Prater hits the kick. Chase looked flawless on the drive. Just saying, yeah, he did. Chase looked good. Considering we're paying the dude like stupid amount of money, he better be flawless. I wonder how they're going to handle Stafford in the next couple of weeks. If they're even going to put him out there, or if they're just going to say, you know what, Stafford, you're just going to sit. We love you. You're our guy. We appreciate everything you're doing, but we're going to give David and we're going to give Chase a couple snaps and a couple looks. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Onside kick. We're going to try it, double it up. Oh, that didn't work. Not quite as executed, not quite as flawless as last week, but gave it a try. Longest streak with 30 plus points and 420 total yards in NFL history. I mean, that's not bad.
They're a run-first offense. You know, all the offensive geniuses are part of pass game.
I mean, Lions fans haven't really overrated anything about Stafford. He's a good quarterback. Put a decent team around him, and he's going to make the playoffs. If he goes to any other franchise, they're going to the Super Bowl. Like, you put Matthew Stafford on the Bears, they're an 11-win team. You put Matthew Stafford on the Pittsburgh Steelers, they might be undefeated right now. I mean, you put Matthew Stafford on 90% of the NFL teams that don't have a quarterback, they're going to win a lot of football games. Stafford is an elite quarterback. He just doesn't have any talent around him to help.
Putting together a good enough offensive stretch where you're starting to see some stories of Arthur Smith's name and some potential head coaching openings. And the Detroit Papers could be a candidate with the Lions.
Let's see, 3rd and 4, get the ball back maybe? I don't know why people want to get rid of Stafford just for the sake of getting rid of Stafford. I don't understand that argument. It's like, yeah, we can get his successor, but I don't know if we need to force Stafford out of here just for the sake of getting him out. I have no problem drafting a quarterback even relatively high. I just don't think we need to force Stafford out just because we want to force Stafford out. Like, that doesn't make any sense. That's not good football IQ. I don't know why we're drafting Romeo Koroff. I hear you, dog, but like, is it 42-28 yet? Not quite, Dr. Detroit. Not quite. I was off a couple points. Yeah, just a couple. I mean, 2 field goals and you're golden. But a field goal for each team and you're spot on. Honestly, just put the backups in at this point. 4 minutes, you're not going to stop anybody.
Mike Ford left the game with a foot injury. Ford was a spot starter today. We mentioned everyone that they're missing. Okuda, Roberts, Desmond Trufant still on the shelf.
Everybody's on the shelf for Detroit.
If they win out, they can still finish anywhere from 2, 3, or 4 in the AFC.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I agree with you, Tony. If Stafford's so elite, why is he 5-50 against winning teams? Well, why are the Detroit Lions 0-8 without him? If Stafford is so poor, the Detroit Lions don't have a team around Stafford. You can't win with just a quarterback in the NFL. Quarterback, you even said earlier, E-Dog, you need 20 good players to be a successful franchise. The Lions have had 3. Lions have 3 good players. They got Stafford, they got Swift, they got Kenny, and Ragnar. That's 4 good players. if the team can't help Stafford out, what is he supposed to do? I'm just saying, like, you can't blame stat. Quarterback wins is not a stat. That's not a thing. Quarterback wins is not a stat. Because if it is a stat, then Deshaun Watson's a bad quarterback. Then, if you're saying quarterback wins is a stat, then this year Ryan Tannehill's a better quarterback than Deshaun Watson. Is that true? No. You can't expect the quarterback to carry everybody on the franchise. That's not how it works. That's just not how it works. I mean, did Stafford give up 39 points on the defense? I didn't think so. I have not seen Stafford give up a single yard on defense, actually. So I don't get the argument of get rid of Stafford just because he's Matthew Stafford. That's not even an argument. That's just your opinion. And I've even talked about this before. I don't mind drafting a replacement for Stafford, but I think just kicking Stafford out because he's Matthew Stafford doesn't make any sense. Those two fumbles weren't on Matthew Stafford. Neither of those two fumbles are on Stafford. You can win a Super Bowl with Matthew Stafford. I don't know if you can say the same about everybody else. Yeah, I mean, there's no such thing as a perfect quarterback, but Matthew Stafford is much better than a lot of the alternatives. Stafford should be here next year at least to groom a quarterback. Stafford overthrows and underthrows guys times. He also makes some perfect throws at times too. Matthew Stafford made some of the most impressive throws I've ever seen a quarterback make. So, and people forget to mention that at times. Like, oh, he overthrows and underthrows all the time. He also makes borderline perfect throws all the time. So, I mean, people always say the bad about Stafford, and I don't think they ever give him enough credit for the good. I get what you're saying, Detroit, and we've had this conversation a lot, Doctor Detroit. Like, and I've even said I don't mind drafting a replacement. I don't even mind if Stafford grooms the replacement and he's gone in 2 years. But I don't think getting rid of Matthew Stafford. I don't think drafting a rookie quarterback and getting rid of Matthew Stafford just to have a rookie and just to throw another rookie quarterback into the dumpster fire that is the Lions organization. That's not fair to the rookie, and that's just going to end with the same situation we're in right now. So I agree. If Stafford goes somewhere else, I'll be so happy for Stafford because he's going to go somewhere and win a Super Bowl. I have no doubt. If he goes to the Steelers, he wins a Super Bowl. If he goes to the Bears, he's going to win a Super Bowl. Like there is no doubt in my mind. But I think just getting rid of Matt Stafford just to get rid of Matthew Stafford isn't a fair argument. It's just not. So that's my argument is why would you get rid of your best player just to get rid of him? That doesn't make any sense. People saying, "Oh, he hasn't won a playoff game yet." Then why is he playing football still if he's so horrible? Like that, it doesn't. Yeah. Wow, Ryan Tannehill might get a record in Tennessee.
shipped here as a backup behind Marcus Mariota. Thought maybe, is this the second act for him as a backup quarterback? You would have never thought that it would have turned into this. And you talk about complementary football. The way they put together
Okay, but what do you consider elite? Top 5, top 10? I'm just curious where your elite standard is. Like, I'm not saying you're wrong or anything. I'm just asking, what is your elite standard? Is it top 5? Is it top 3? Because Stafford is top 10 to say the very least. He might be on the very edge of 10, but he's definitely top 10. That's the issue. A lot of Stafford argument. That's the pro Stafford. I get that it hasn't worked here, but all I'm saying is there's no reason to force Stafford out just because he's Matthew Stafford and just because he doesn't have a playoff win yet. Like, if there's a good quarterback there and you think you can win with a different quarterback now, I understand it. But to say we have to get rid of Matt Stafford just to get rid of Matt Stafford, just to get a rookie in to throw him in week 1 doesn't make a lot of sense. And I'm not saying he has to be the quarterback forever. I'm just saying give Stafford another year so we can groom a young quarterback. Don't force Dr. Detroit's top 3 is elite. Well, then, yeah, Stafford's definitely not elite. But then, that leaves Mahomes, Russell Wilson, and Aaron Rodgers. So you're leaving Lamar Jackson out of the elite conversation, which is fair. I mean, you're leaving a lot of good quarterbacks out of that, which is fine. Like, if you're in Lamar Jackson company, Lamar Jackson's not elite, though. He's definitely not an elite thrower of the football. If I need a quarterback to make a game-winning throw, I will take Stafford over Lamar every day. Elite is Rodgers, Brady, level, Rodgers. That's fair. I mean, I don't think Stafford is at that level, but I do think he's top 10, which might not be good, but it might not be elite, but it's very good. Just remember, we look up with the backup quarterback. That was what we're going to look like if Stafford lose 39 games. We're not gonna just magically. Yeah, exactly. I think. Yeah. I think we're all saying the same thing. I think we all just lie in a little bit different of a spot. I think we're all in the same general area, but I think we're all a little off from each other. What people are saying is it not going to work here. So let's see if we can do better or at least make a play. Everybody is saying the same thing, just pro staff. I think we're all saying very similar things, but again, I don't think this should be Stafford's last year. I think he needs at least one more year, not necessarily to win for the Lions, but I think we need 1 year to develop a young quarterback behind Stafford. I think we need the successor, but I mean, you can't throwing rookie quarterbacks into the fire early rarely works. The Pats are eliminated from playoff contention. I'm pretty sure the Pats were eliminated a while ago. But yeah, they're pretty much done. But I don't think this is Stafford's last year. I think they gave him 1 more to groom somebody. Yeah, I think, that's where I sit with it, Dr. Detroit. I agree with you. Does this loss guarantee Bevel won't be the head coach? I mean, probably. I mean, there's always a chance, but I think at 2-3 with Darrell Bevel, I think it would be tough, especially with the Buccaneers coming up, who are a good football team, who are winning right now after having a 17-point comeback. Like, I think it's very likely that Darrell Bevel is not the head coach next season. But you never know. You never know. Crazier things have happened. I've seen crazier things happen. I feel like we have the same Stafford conversation every week, and we come to the same realization. See Chase Daniels dropping back, throwing it up, and it is intercepted by Kevin Byard. That was a bad throw by Chase. That was a poor throw. Marvin got his 100, though. Yeah. Uh, that's unfortunate. All right, well, that's a game. That's unfortunate, but we do, but different people come in and start defending Stafford. Uh, I mean, I don't know. Everybody has a different standpoint on it, but I think I've made it pretty clear where I stand. So I expected this game to be a bit closer than it was, but I'm not surprised that we lost. JMO is the biggest Stafford defender I've ever seen. I mean, I never said he was a bad I never said Tannehill was a bad quarterback. I never said that. I mean, I would give a lot to defend Stafford, but I mean, I defend Stafford, but I also don't think that he's the long term answer for this team. So I think I lie very much in the middle of the two arguments. This will be all be in the recap tomorrow. So, game's over. 19 seconds. They're all shaking hands. But Stafford was good today. 22 of 32, 252, and a touchdown. Took 0 sacks. Apparently, I thought he took one, but maybe not. Chase Daniels, 5 for 6, 55, and an interception. Tannehill, very efficient yet again. No, not the long-term success, but he has been great. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Tannehill, very efficient yet again. Very good day for him. 21 27, 273, and 3 touchdowns, 1 sack for 5 yards. It was a safety by Romeo Okwara, by far our best pass rusher. DeAndre Swift had a good day, 15 for 67 and 2 touchdowns. AP got involved. Matthew Stafford had a couple rushing attempts, not bad. Everybody else got a little bit involved here and there. Nothing crazy, though. Derrick Henry did Derrick Henry things. Everybody else was all right. Marvin Jones had a good day, 112, led all receivers in the game. Hunter Bryant had one big catch for 44 yards. Sorry, they just turned the 49ers game on, and I'm just curious what's happening. Marvin Jones had a good game, 112. Hunter Bryant, 44 yards. Nothing crazy, but very efficient day, very good day by the wide receivers for both teams. Lions fumbling problems were huge. That was really the big downfall, I think, was the turnovers. So I think that was kind of the big thing for the Lions in this game was just they turned the ball over way too much. They weren't able to, really make the plays they needed to. The fans, thanks again, bro. Yeah, appreciate you. Thanks for coming out. Hey, you know what? You talk your talk, I'll talk my talk. We'll be all right. At the end of the day, we're all Lions fans, and we all want the best for this team. So, not a whole lot else to say other than that. We might disagree on how or what is best for the team, but at the end of the day, we all want what's best for the Lions. So, is what it is. Dr. Detroit, I appreciate you coming in and even talking trash and talking whatever. So, I appreciate all you for coming out. That, stream's pretty much over. The Lions game's over. They lost by quite a few points. Recap will be up tomorrow. Thank you all so much for coming out and, hanging with me for a little bit during this Lions game. I know it wasn't the best, wasn't the greatest game by the Lions, but, hopefully we had fun. Hopefully I enjoyed it. Hope all you enjoyed it. Thank you all for coming out. I'll see y'all tomorrow in the recap. Thank you all for coming out. Bye, guys.